So was there any reason why they haven't done Catfolk yet? Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, and I'm going to bring the music down so it's not so loud. Okay, not sure how loud it is on your end, but it was not that loud on this end either. Okay, so we have tonight's session is number 54 of the Jade Regent. We have 2 people here and 3 people online, and a couple of apologies who couldn't make it. And there's a picture of who you just beat up.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, on that one.
He deserved it.
The guy with the pigskins.
Who I beat up, thank you. You just not anyone but me.
I'm sure you can take it for the team.
Didn't someone kill Feeling?
And I don't think he.
No, I just knocked him out.
And I don't think he actually did any damage to anybody.
He did hit Horori.
He did hit Horori, trust me. You're glad you hit me, not me, anyone else.
He got close to, if he had have not rolled so poorly, he probably would have taken Horori out.
Yep, and there'd be another death added to the list.
Unless, of course, it's death by samurai, which might be considered by your own hand.
Yeah, no, I'm going to go.
And you may not have come back
The
in this
prophecy didn't
location.
say that. I'm going to read the book.
It said by your own hand. And you had, challenged this guy.
But that's not my hand. If my hand was touched his sword and killed me, it didn't matter.
Well, he might have cut off your arm and then picked up your arm with your sword in it.
The best thing about prophecies are that they can be interpreted in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't know exactly how the prophecy was interpreted until after the event.
I know, I've talked to our dear fox friend and can't get any sense out of it. So, it's all good.
That's okay. I can really Yoda people if I try. Even when I don't try. Okay, so at the table tonight we have Annie, who's still putting her character upgrade together.
Yeah. I'm super organised, clearly.
Well, that's okay. Could be worse.
Could be.
I could have given you 2 levels.
I just have
Just
more
for your
spells that I
awareness,
couldn't
Martin,
use
I
yet.
think one of your cameras is frozen.
Okay, which one is that?
The one your cast is on now. Because Annie doesn't really move it much.
Yeah, I'm just really still.
Playing statues.
Okay, let me see if I can fix that one. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark's moving, I'm moving, and everything's moving. Yeah, that sort of happens sometimes every now and then.
Yeah,
I had an entire section where none of the cameras were moving, and people were just like,
Well, that's why I thought I'd just mention it.
well, hey, it was better than the one where I forgot to turn the mic on.
Solid.
I think the only thing that was missing was everyone on Skype, and I was the only person at the table. Everyone else was on Skype.
Nice.
So it was like my voice, and me describing everything and answering questions,
And nothing happening. They just thought you'd gone
and people
insane.
talking on the other end but not hearing anything.
Yeah.
It's one of the D&D Tuesday games.
Awkward.
Okay, so you've got Bug.
Yes.
No splat tonight.
No splat, sadly. He's hanging out the front with a head.
Which means even if you do have a long rest, you don't get your spells.
Oh my god. What are you doing, man? What about if...
Because you need splat for your spells. So I just thought they'd bring
Alright.
that up for everyone else, so they all aware of how.
I'm here, but I'm
that
going to be
is.
of no use tonight, guys. Just
You're
so
always useful.
Just so you're all aware.
And yeah, so
Focus abilities are 10 minutes, you get it back. So anything you've got in focus are the things you can keep using. And they're the things that also
So
level
the
up
X's
as you
will be
go.
fine. The X's are okay. So.
So your hexes are your mainstay.
Yeah.
Just so you know, so you're not completely useless, that is your main power as a witch.
Okay.
And Richard will have the same thing with his summoner, except he'll be bringing in things to stay. It's like, yes, I bring you... Oh, oops.
Except the problem is that they don't like coming in, so I think the only things I could bring in is maybe a construct.
And yes, and then the construct will be stuck.
And then become pissed off.
That'd be wonderful for it. It doesn't have a brain.
He's got light spell, doesn't he? It's okay. Yeah.
And at the other side of the table, we have Mark with his Dragon 8, your unicorn t-shirt.
Yes, I know. I'm playing Rory. I used to be Aurora, used to be a dwarf, used to be a human. I'm a human samurai, level 11, and I'm classified as the broken one, and we still don't know what that means yet, but we'll find out.
He's already broken quite a few times.
When
Yes.
did that happen, by the way? When did this prophecy thing happen?
The fox told me. So.
The fox told you.
It's
This
one of the
is
sessions you missed.
The session where I had the wig on, that was the session. And
There was a fox.
that's why my character went into a mental
So look for the
breakdown.
wig and you'll know which session.
Okay.
And then halfway through that
It's
session...
when I rejected the prince on, I
Yeah.
found out I got a prophecy, I rejected the prince, got attacked by 10
Seven.
ninjas, and ninjas or samurais. And
Kill
then,
Bill episode.
and then I find out Splat gives me an armour, and then I just have a mental breakdown after the end. Right then.
And you can watch Mark's face, it's priceless. So,
Yeah.
what? You done what?
I'm sitting there going, I should have turned up for that session. No. That's okay. That's alright. I already used this one now. It's thick skin now.
Well, it was just
I have
perfect.
to watch for the face.
Okay, online we
Especially when
have
they've got
Jeremy.
It's not good. Oh,
yes,
dear.
good evening all. So this evening I'm playing Nashruvisky, an elven rogue who's the adopted son of the caravan owners who we are currently travelling with, and then also, and hence also adopted brother of the young bug who we've already spoken of.
Yes.
So, and currently he's liking his sister a lot more because she hasn't got that evil hedgehog around.
You love your nephew.
You do know I'm wearing a armour made of armadillo's red eyes on the side, don't you?
You got the spiritual armor beside you.
Yes.
You prefer the
He
armor
knows
over
the
the
influence is
actual
still
thing.
around, but it's still better.
It just lights up every Cyclone's red eyes. That's when it wants to. So.
Next person online is Richard, who's also missing half of his character.
Yes. So, my character's called Avery. He's a halfling. He's the happy-go-lucky one of the party. He loves everything and everybody, but nobody really loves him. And so, but he doesn't realise that.
Terry loves
He
him.
just thinks it's, all part and parcel of how people behave around him.
Yeah.
He has a more accepted character, person that goes along with him named Terry, who's like a giant big dog dragon. But he's not with him at the moment.
And last one online is Ross.
Okay, I'm playing Xenos, the wandering monk, who's actually a goblin, who's currently pretending to be a kobold. He's dropped the halfling outfit at the moment because that was too much to maintain.
He got burnt off.
No, it didn't get burnt off. I took it off before it got burnt off. Since we're going to be doing a lot of running around in the dirt and things like that, so it's going to be a bit hard to look pristine and that, because most halflings are very clean and that. Well, the ones that I've seen.
Well, look, you can skin the cat and have a leopard costume.
I'm not being was Wild Bill or whatever from Hannibal. What I should make a cloak out of halflings
Well, you've already the cloak out of piglets available.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Literally is a cloak out of piglets available.
Mm-hmm. I'm not touching it.
Other than that, I'm wandering the world.
So, did you want the piglet cloak?
I think it's a bit big for me anyway.
Do you pick it up?
If it's magical, probably resize.
No, it's not really my thing.
Could be, yeah. It could be bugs then.
What was it? Sorry?
It's a magical. It's a cloak of 40 piglets.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds scary.
Okay, you want the piglet cloak?
Not judging by your face, I don't.
What's the
Well,
worst
perhaps
that
we
can
can
happen?
take perhaps we'll have the opportunity to find a spot where we can sit down for at least a bit and patch up wounds and maybe look at those items and see if we can work out what they are. I don't know what the identification system is in Pathfinder 2.
It is
Yes.
exploration mode activities.
Which is when you do when you're resting.
So that will be was a piglet coat of Deville.
So I've got the list here. So when if people want to, who's perception is it, or is it actually Arcana? I can't remember for this. What skill would be good for identifying magical items?
Using it.
It is depends on the school of magic, really.
Okay. So, the first item off the list.
Or the technique in which you use to try and identify items, I think also comes into it.
That's what I meant. Is the school of magic you use?
The first one is a magical samurai armor, similar to mine, but it's got balls on it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, but I'm saying the fact that I don't think we're going to be stopping and looking at this too carefully.
And you'd be spending about half an hour to an hour identifying each other.
In the middle of the chasm. And possibly, if the keep might be a spot where there might be a room in the keep where we can rest up for a little while.
But the fact that Pathfinder 1 items and Pathfinder 2 items are completely different.
That's very cool. But I've handed the cloak over to Bug, so it's all good.
Okay. So you've got a cloak made of piglets. So it sort of looks like that, Annie. In the background, you can see this patchwork cloak.
Yep. What's happening, man? I'm cursed.
Why? It's very nice to wear. It's really soft leather.
Mm-hmm.
Even cute.
I mean, it's almost armadillo leather.
Hey, that's
Well, armadillo's a little tougher. This was a bit softer.
yeah. Trust me, it's a bit tougher. I might patch much of it. Yeah.
It's as soft as Horori's new skin.
His new skin.
Well, he's died so many times. It's always new.
Right.
That's right.
It's like baby skin.
See?
He's even got probably showing his first signs of stubble in this form.
Yep. Interesting.
Most of his forms didn't get old enough to have stubble. They
That's true.
died within the hour.
That's true. That's true. Yes, I have been dying a lot recently. Yeah. It's okay.
Like a couple of hours have passed and you've not died.
I know. It's surprising.
It's a really weird feeling for you right now.
Yeah.
After 30 days of dying every hour.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Okay, so you head into the building in the center of the cavern below. Let me see if I can give you a nice little view of that. We'll go with that camera. So, see there's a little cabin there? That's where you're going into.
Okay.
Because that was where you had your big combat right in the middle of that bright shiny bit.
Yep.
That should all look familiar to you.
Yep. So that's just it. So we don't necessarily want to stop and rest in the middle of the open ground, but the keep might be somewhat less populated since the Slime Lord band, whatever, came out and met us outside. Let's see what he left inside.
So this stone keep sits on an outcrop of rock in the belly of a huge cavern. And I like pointing out huge cavern here. Several of its walls have clearly seen better days. The structure sags in places, and heaps of rubble line the keep's flanks. From the building's roof, which almost touches the ceiling of the cavern itself, a stone bridge arcs across to a precarious rocky outcropping high above the cavern floor. So you pretty much want to get inside, go up to the top, and out to another spot. You don't think you could easily climb the walls because it doesn't look safe.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting at the base of the tower, this keep was the saddle that for the boar, which you told you about last session. And you also, when you're looking at the kitties you killed, they each had golden collars.
That's what I've got. Yeah.
So, do you want to enter said building?
Can we hear anything inside?
You can't even see anything inside with the doors open.
Oh, sorry, the doors were open. Apologies.
Well, they had come out to meet you. They hadn't bothered shutting it.
Right, fair enough then. In that case then, I will stealth up towards the open doors, off to one side, and have a look inside.
Looking inside, you can see that there is a spiral staircase in the bottom corner going up.
Cue the Pink Panther thing.
Oh, so you want some suspenseful music? Okay.
Oh no.
It's alright, my cloak's going to kill me in a couple of rounds.
Either that or sneaking music.
No. Nashville's too quiet for sneaky music.
Okay, what about Mission Impossible music?
Nothing's impossible.
Well, there you go, just in time for Mission Impossible. Unfortunately, Tom Cruise died. So they're going to have to make something else.
Oh well.
Trust him to do his own stunt.
Yeah. That's alright. If I had enough of them already.
Okay, so that bottom floor of it just looks empty. Looks like it's basically a storeroom for the cats and the big boar. And I'd say the saddle and stuff was in here, not on the outside.
Very cool.
Okay,
Which just means I described it, and yeah, there it's here.
we found it.
You found it. So peeking
But
into.
apparently no one else is in here.
No, apparently no one else is in here because they all rushed out to kill the invaders.
Okay. I will signal to the others that it should be safe to come forward. So you said there was a spiral staircase in one corner.
There is.
So obviously there's a ceiling above.
So
Yep. Okay.
spiral staircase, and it looks like there's at least two floors
Okay.
above.
Like look at the size of the castle from the outside and the size of the ceiling inside. Yep.
Yep,
There's probably
so-
a couple levels.
One level there, next level up, and the next level up has a bridge across.
Okay. Yep. So I'll signal the others that it's safe to come through, and I will start moving up the stairs to see if there's anything up the next level.
Okay.
Okay, so we wander in then.
So as everyone wanders in behind you, you look up, and the floor of this open chamber runs with filth and refuge, and swims with scores of cockroaches and rats, as well as over things popping up saying they want my attention, which I don't want. Okay, so cockroaches and rats, as well as over a dozen pigs. So yep, there's still lots of pigs here if you'd like to add more pigs to your cloak.
I'm good.
A huge table rises crookedly from the waist, holding the putrid remains of a huge feast on a tarnished silver salver, including a half-devoured pig's head with a hand thrust into its mouth, leering out from the centre of the revolting meal. Numerous war trophies hang from the walls, while countless rusted weapons dangle on hooks from the ceiling above. The stone stairs continue to stagger upwards in the bottom corner.
So is that like a
But no one in here?
No one in here at the moment.
Okay. I will keep going up the stairs for the time being then, because I don't necessarily want to stop too much in here, because I've got a good nose.
It sort of looks as if people had abandoned their meal to go and attack you.
Okay.
We'll come up the next level and let Nashri go up the level after that.
Okay, so Nashru, you head on up, and then I'll describe what everyone else sees who comes in and looks closer. So the spiral stairs stumble out onto the roof of the keep, which lies barely 10 feet from the cavern ceiling. A narrow walkway clings to the rooftops and eventually reaches a stone bridge that gracefully arcs from the roof of the keep to a small stone balcony on the far cavern wall.
Okay. And again, no guards or anything up here?
No guards up here. Apparently, you're
Okay.
past where most of the guards are.
Okay.
Okay, so as the others enter the room, did anyone want to look around in this putrid room?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if the little bonsai's around here somewhere.
Okay.
And I'll have a look around. So.
Well, that was the other one of the reasons why we're coming in here.
It is correct.
26 for me.
26. So our samurai starts waiting around in the cockroaches and rats looking for him.
It's like I did and cough every so often.
You have no problems with any of the smells here?
Don't
No.
I? No.
Doesn't seem to affect you.
Okay.
Oh.
Is it something that would affect me in the past?
Before you'd been sickened by the stench of death and
Ah, I got
decay.
one. Yes, now I'm kind of just used to it now. So yeah. I feel I'm turning into
Got
a.
any cursed dice I can use? I forgot to bring
I
mine.
do in the
Dice in there.
well,
Holy smokes.
it depends if you want the dice that will kill you or Mark's dice.
What dice in there?
I call the others the dice of shame for a reason.
They've been cursed.
No,
Jesus.
it's every time I give players access to those dice, they roll badly.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when a player says they won't roll badly for me, then they'll roll ones most of the night.
Nice.
Sort of like if they pick up the GM dice and roll that, they'll generally roll a one.
What'd you get, Ross? Tell me perception.
I'm just trying to find out where my little perception thing is on there. I think I basically just watched you wandering around because I rolled a 3 and I don't think my perception's...
It's at least 11 plus your wisdom, which should be at least 1, and plus at least...
Oh, no, my wisdom is... My bonus is 0.
Okay. Well, I'd also go say you at least
that's
expert
a
in it, so at
14.
least 4. So it's not bad.
Yeah, just because you rolled a 3 Pathfinder, you get pretty good skill rolls.
Yeah,
So,
but yeah, it's not going to beat a 26, I know that.
Well, it's the thing is you don't want to get a critical failure.
Yeah.
because otherwise you might find something.
23?
23,
Yeah.
26, and something in the teens.
Yeah, I'll just export it all and I'll bring me the things and export character sheet.
Okay,
Oh, wait, it
so
wasn't- hold on, I can't add
the
that.
goblin's too busy munching on cockroaches and rats.
Crunchy.
Yeah, and everyone else is hearing the crunch every now and then, which you're used to when you stand on the cockroaches and you turn around as the goblin eating them.
What? They're tasty.
He's getting his protein today.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't had anything to eat for a little while.
And so the other two looking
Speaks
around,
iron rations.
you believe that the silver salver and feasting set on the table are worth about 80 gold. Which is not bad for something. There's a gold and bronze dragon figure
I got an 18 all up.
worth about 20 gold.
Okay.
A silver inlaid box containing hobgoblin teeth worth about 20 gold.
To a hobgoblin dentist.
The box is worth money, but the teeth
Okay.
aren't.
You could sell them to a dentist. You
You
make
probably could.
dentures.
And they're probably in decent condition too. They were probably taken from the living.
Hmm.
A box of teeth, what do you call it?
Yep.
Sweet.
Hobgoblin teeth specifically.
I'll have those.
20 gold, box only. I'm going to put next to it. Yeah.
And the goblin might want a snack along the way.
Well, I'll encourage him not to do that, please.
Kukari inlaid with gold leaf decorated with superb filigree depicting herons worth 10 gold.
Jewelry, isn't it?
That's a weapon, a kukuri.
Oh, Kokuri, yeah.
A fine silver and copper candle holder worth 6.5 gold.
Okay. Okay.
And you see 2 expert glaives hanging amongst the weapons from the ceiling.
Expect glaives.
Meaning that those weapons are actually won't break on you when using. They're not poor quality. Anything that is listed here as masterwork comes out as expert, meaning it's actually worth something. Any item you find that doesn't have the expert listing is just like leather armor. That leather armor can't be sold.
That's right.
It is worth nothing to anyone.
Do we see any sort of maybe armour?
It's an easier way of
That would fit a gnome or halfling, maybe?
nothing magical, because all the people here are medium-sized or larger.
Sorry, that's us. Welcome back.
You could try to put that samurai armor on.
I don't see him moving after that. I might have to pick him up and put him on my shoulders. And no offence to Avery, I really don't want Avery that close to me, if it's okay.
And I'm not sure you'd want to have a different samurai following you around.
No.
It'd be a bit of a ball.
No, it's not. I know what you do. Okay, so just some odds and ends in there.
But you might want to curl up at some point. Yeah. That was your lift.
How difficult would it to adjust the samurai armor for a halfling? Since I am a master artisan.
It would probably be difficult because it's designed for a large creature. Medium creature, and you're a small creature.
So it's the sort of thing that, if you were thinking about it, you probably want to come back for it.
I was quoted, just to give you an idea, on a armour from an Oni that we had killed a couple of hooks ago, over 1,000 gold to manipulate that. Now, whether you might have got a discount on that, doing it yourself, I'm not sure, but they said to come back in a month or so, so it might take a while, man. I'm just giving you a heads up. So.
And they've had one full game year so far in this campaign, so when they say come back in a month, you'll be quite a few levels ahead by then.
But I mean, like I say, it's the sort of thing that I would suspect that unless people have got some bags of holding type stuff, which I don't think anyway, I wouldn't think we're necessarily want to carry around big weapons or armour that we're not going to use right now.
No, I was thinking about maybe, unless anyone picks anything up, we just leave it in the keep.
Yeah, but possibly we want to bring it upstairs so it's out of the filth.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, good true. Nothing else in this. Martin,
I've got the MacGyver feat.
Yeah.
Inventor.
So the MacGyver feat allows you to modify armor. That's magical.
That allows me to. I could make things.
Okay. So does it give you a time frame? Because if it doesn't give you a time frame, you've got 4 days before you even consider having it half made.
I think I need to stack it with quick repair for doing that.
I don't think quick repair actually works on making things because it's about repairing things. Because it's actual, you have to speed up the craft check, not the repair.
It's just a craft activity. You spend half the price of the formula. Yeah.
So what do you want to modify samurai armor for anyway?
For a halfling. Just for the fun of it.
Okay.
Put it on
As
the
I said,
summoner.
you can bring it to the caravan and do it while we're on the road.
Yeah.
So you do have
it just allows me to make new formulas and things like that.
You do have a big barbarian that you could put them on as well. Formulas are also take a long time to craft in Pathfinder 2.
Yeah.
They are
That's what I'm saying. I just looked at it. Yeah, it's a long term thing. It's not a quick thing like MacGyver.
It's more for a campaign where you've got years going than for a campaign where you've got months going.
Yep.
So the fact this storyline has lasted for a year is because I've done a lot of travel. Most of the Pathfinder ones are done and dusted in less than 6 months, from level 1 to level 20. Which is quite amusing, considering that they're all meant to be in that 6-month period. Okay, so I'll have you guys decide what you want to do before you move into the next section while I duck over to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Well, as I say, I'm thinking that we can potentially rest up on the top of the coop, where we can at least watch if anything comes at us.
Yep.
Was there a door downstairs where the entryway was? So we could bar that, make it a little bit more difficult for someone to get behind us.
You can certainly close it and bar it, but personally, Nashu doesn't want to sit around in that filth.
No.
I mean, I'm just saying we'd be
that's
upstairs.
right. If you close the door, then it means if we see something coming below, at least it'll take a bit longer for them to get here. So
cool. Now,
and we've really got to only worry too much about the pathway that leads across to the the other side of the cavern. So
Okay, yeah, because I think we definitely rest now. I suppose the question, and I think you can heal Nashru.
I was going to say, like, I don't know. Is
I-
anyone better than expert at medicine?
I'm only normal, but I don't have a medicine kit. To be honest about it, so.
I'm only trained.
Only trained. Okay. Well,
I'm not-
Nashru will
yeah.
attempt to do a treat wounds on everyone, which will take about how many people we got that are injured? 4 of us.
Everyone.
Now
So
I
that'll take 40 minutes total,
Yep.
and then technically, 20 minutes after he finishes, he could start the loop again. So
Yeah, my heal's 2-hour cooldown, so that's unfortunately so.
So whilst I'm not necessarily suggesting we want to sleep, or at least certainly not yet, an hour or two or an hour and a half or so of stopping will get us a couple heals attempts.
Well, go 2 hours. That means I can at least get one of my heals off, maybe. But
Okay.
because mine's a 11d8 heal, so that's what I'm saying.
The other thing is, how well lit is this area?
It's only lit when you've got your magic running. If you've got no magic running, you have no light.
So basically, it's all right for us, but the samurai's the one who's wandering around blind.
The samurai's got a light spell from his sword.
And Martin, I took dark vision at. I swapped out a 5th level spell to get dark vision at heightened 5th.
Mm-hmm.
So now I just cast it and it stays with me until the next day.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is pretty good for you.
So I can cast light off the sword, which I found out.
And Martin, are you happy for me to roll some medicine checks
Mm-hmm.
for treat wounds?
So I think we're going to 2 hours. I'll do one heal. He'll do the rest of the heals.
Does anyone want to be first?
I think Bug, because Bug's probably the.
Okay, I'll go Bug first.
Who's the deadest?
I think you are still, because you fell
I
off.
am
didn't you?
still. I
Yeah.
didn't fall off. I jumped off.
You jumped off into.
Lucky Bug, I got 14, which makes it a critical success.
Nice.
For 11, 16, 17, 27 points of heal.
27 points of heal. So let's have a look.
And then, who's next?
I'll
I'll go next.
You go next, yeah.
Bugger. I only got 9, I need a 10.
37, Bug?
What was it?
16 for Nashru.
What do you
I
have me at
have
now?
you at 54.
54 now.
16 for Nashville there. Sorry, mate.
Which I think takes me to 58. Who's next?
I'll be next.
Larry Ross.
Okay. Unfortunately, I wasn't actual 1, but that's still a pass. You only get 2d8 plus 10.
So check first because what target number were you going for?
20
And what's your bonus?
plus 19.
So that means you've gotten from a success down to a failure.
No. I've got 19 plus 1 on the die makes 20.
Yes, but a natural 1 downgrades your check. A critical fumble is a downgrade.
Yeah,
So
the
you
only way
change the
around that
result.
is if you've got that talent
no,
that makes you never fail.
That makes it correct. Unfortunately for you, it was a good roll on the d8 too.
So I was like, I'm
and
here,
then-
not healing you today. At least it
And
wasn't
then
worse.
Roy, unfortunately, still not above 10, but not a 1 this time. So for 20 points.
20 points for Rory. What? I better recall what I was at.
So 20 points for Rory.
Where am I at now?
And as I say, that takes
That
that
puts
takes a
Rory
total
on
of 40
92.
minutes. So if people may also be trying to work out what the magical items are in that time as well.
Yeah, I'll
I
okay.
don't know how long identifying takes. So
I'm about to look that up to confirm.
Yep.
Because I have that material handy. I'll just look up the actual reference.
I would probably start on the items that are.
That's a silent thingy, isn't it? Like a silent roll?
Secret roll, maybe.
Secret roll, mean?
But yes, I would probably suggest, that assuming it takes more than, or at least 10 minutes an item, I'd probably suggest starting on items that are more likely to be used, i.e. probably not the big axe, but maybe the belt or the cloak if people are willing to wear Cloak of Piglets, depending on how good it is or bad it is.
238.
I can do it quickly because I have quick identification.
Oh, well, there you go.
Ooh.
That'll probably make it faster. You've probably got time to do it all. I don't know.
So
Yeah, I think
it's
quick
10 minutes
identification-
normally.
10 minutes normally, okay.
But I think quick identification makes it like quicker.
I think quick identification allows you to do it in combat.
So it might be a case of a minute or even actions.
Yeah.
I'm just going to look it up now for you.
A minute sounds right.
How do I figure out how much all this goes up for a new level?
11.
Quick identification. Takes 1 minute when using identify magic to determine the properties of an item.
Do 1 till 12.
Yeah.
So once you're done
So,
with 4 and 8,
I
so
can use
also-
my
Are you
alcohol-
are you a master with the skill at this stage?
a master.
first,
Yeah.
And what level of training have you got in Arcana, Nature, Occultism, or Religion which are you using?
I've got an expert in occultism.
In which case it's 1 minute, but when you get to master it becomes a 3 action.
Say 20 on one
Right.
One
And-
round.
And when you get to legendary it's
So
1
level
action.
10 to level.
So I'm I'm assuming it's just a 1 minute thing.
It is a
Yeah,
1
so
minute
you've
thing.
certainly got time
So
to
that'd
work
be
on
like for-
all of them, or anything we've got really.
These
Yeah,
perception,
okay.
all those.
So I'll
it'd be like
do some
17,
secret rolls
21,
for me,
14,
Martin.
I mean, whether or not someone else also wants to try and identify, and you can compare and see that, hey, I've come up with the same idea.
Just looking up what would be a decent DC for it.
Okay.
There's possibly Bug would also do reasonable identification.
So I've got Martin. I've got occultism with 18.
Mm-hmm.
So his perception just goes straight up 1 point.
Unless you got other stuff in your class.
Okay, what's the first thing you're identifying?
We'll go with the cloak because that's been picked up first.
Cloak.
Okay. In which case I'm going to just pick a cloak from the book.
Okay.
I thought you were
Because
going to say in
You mean,
case
you mean
I'm just going to die because the
the
cloak
second
was first.
edition does not include the Cloak of 41 Piglets?
it was actually a cloak of resistance which has been removed from the game.
Ah.
Oh, okay. No Cloak of 41 Piglets for you.
Isn't it like the cloak of donations kind of thing? Or could we say-
So I'm actually
It's,
going to...
it's the Cloak of useful items. It's only got food.
So I'm going to make it an interesting cloak for you. It is the Clandestine Cloak. It's an uncommon item. And it is the Greater Clandestine Cloak.
Ooh.
Which
Sounds like something
means,
that Nashu might like.
which means the DC had gone up to identify. Because uncommon items have a higher DC.
Cloak, yeah.
But you rolled so well that you got it easily.
Either
Cool.
that, or you rolled so badly that you just bluffed yourself into thinking you got it easily.
So what does that one do?
So what happens with that one is you have a +1 bonus to stealth checks. But you have a -1 penalty to diplomacy and intimidation checks.
And the greater means it'd be +2, right?
So it's a nondescript, it's supposed to be a nondescript cloak, but it's like a pigskin cloak. And as a 2 action, once per day, you can pull the hood up and gain the benefit of non-detection for 8 hours. Or you pull the hood down.
That does sound like a Nashru thing.
Yeah.
Well, it won't actually be all that useful to Nashu because he's already got a +2 to his stealth.
Okay.
So this one also gives +2 to stealth.
I'm assuming it's still going to be a circumstance bonus or whatever the equivalent is in second ed.
So it's a +2 to stealth and a -1 to diplomacy and intimidation.
Yeah.
So -2 to diplomacy and intimidation. So the same plot bonus is a minus.
Okay. Well, just because I use intimidation a lot, so I don't know if it's better for Nashru then.
So wearing the pigskin makes you less intimidating.
Yeah. Makes me look less scary wearing pigskin.
Oh, it looks so
Yeah,
soft.
it's
Let
because
me
it's
feel you.
nice and soft and that.
Supple.
Well, possibly it's worth going to person with the least stealth. So that when we want to be stealthy,
Yeah.
it improves the party overall.
Well, you
So-
mean Aurora?
Aurora's got diplomacy as one of his major things, so no. So nope, sorry, nope, no.
Thanks for that.
So okay, the next item I've got is a magic belt. So
So does this mean you're going to give it to the goblin then?
I'm thinking the goblin. Because
What, I'm getting the belt?
The cloak.
No. The cloak in the sense that it'll help your stealthing around.
Yeah, so my stealth is now 20.
Yeah, see?
Cool.
But also your diplomacy is -2. But
Yeah, so now it drops down to 12 for both intimidation and diplomacy.
it's all good. I got 20 plus diplomacy. I'll cover you. So.
I got 21 intimidation.
But we don't mess with Bug. I know this for real.
Okay, so next item you want to identify.
Magical belt.
Does the cloak actually shrink down to my size, or I'm now dragging it?
You throw the cloak over you. It is this huge cloak until you wrap it around and then it shrinks. But it doesn't shrink until you actually do it up.
Okay. Cool.
So it's
I
just
thought I'd
one
be
big-
like one of the kids running around with a safety blanket or whatever.
And once you undo the cloak, it stays the same size.
It's less noticeable. It's made of piglet because obviously they're not piglet. It must be made of wax.
So this one's a
Must be
magical belt.
Give me a
41
sec.
wax skins.
But the thing is, the cloak doesn't work until you invest it.
What does that mean?
He's got to spend an hour investing it, I believe. Investiture is an hour. Am I correct in that? You can only do it after a long rest, so it is of no use to you until you actually invest it, which means it doesn't shrink until then.
You got it. Gotcha.
Okay.
That's right. At least we know what it is.
Carry it around.
And if it's an hour to invest, then that might be feasible. If it's a long rest, then that's a bit.
I'm just going to quickly look that up. So
I'll look that up. I'll look
up?
up the invest while you guys look at the items.
Okay, so what item were you looking at next?
Magical belt.
The magical belt. Okay. It was, just so you know what it is you could have gotten if you were playing Pathfinder 1, was a belt of giant strength +4 in Pathfinder 1.
Whoa.
That would have been good.
In Pathfinder 1, yes.
In Pathfinder 1, I could vomit wasps too. It was a good
could.
time.
You had lots of fantastic things you could do. Okay.
Waves of blood,
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
lip stitch.
Okay, while you're looking at the belt type stuff, yeah, invest is no problem because you've got a limit of 10 items you can invest in a day, but the actual process of investing takes as long as it takes to actually put the item on.
What?
So effectively, if you use an action to put the item on, that also incorporates the investiture action.
That is good then.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, so you can use the cloak immediately,
So,
assuming you haven't got 10 items of magical investment already.
No, I've only got one up.
I'd be really surprised if you did.
Okay, so the next one is a dwarven belt. Belt of the Five Kings. A 9th level item. Made from interlocking plates of silver and gold, this heavy belt bears stylized miniature images of 5 kingly dwarves. You gain a +1 circumstance bonus to diplomacy checks to make an impression with dwarves or to make a request from dwarves. You also have a +1 circumstance bonus to intimidation checks against giants and orcs. The belt also grants you dark vision and the ability to understand, speak, and write the dwarven language.
Okay, that goes to the human.
I'm guessing that's Rory, because
because I know dwarf.
if nothing else you can see now.
And if you were a dwarf, once per day, you could tighten the belt 1 notch and gain temporary hit points equal to your level, and grant allies within 20 feet of you dark vision.
Damn it, if I still was a dwarf.
Well, he was a dwarf. Does that count?
So yes, you can get dark vision from the belt, and everyone can be rolling around in the dark.
Okay, I'm going to just leave that one at the moment because I've already got a belt, but
What's your current belt?
well, that's what I got to talk to you about because I had a giant strength +2 on it. So,
Which doesn't
It's not
exist
exist
anymore.
anymore.
so I might as well get rid of that and put that one on then. So, and I'll have to adjust it on my character sheet. I just realised.
Your belt just disappeared one day.
Well, there are no ability enhancers until level 17.
Point taken. I should.
All ability enhancers have been removed from the game until that level.
Cool. I will do the adjustments now. Okay, belt of 5 kings, eh? Okay. Well, at least I've got dark vision now. That's a start.
And it also gives you the +1 diplomacy when you're talking to dwarves.
Yeah, that went handy when we were in the other city, but not.
And a +1 intimidation when you're talking to giants and orcs.
Intimidation.
Okay, so what's the next
And
one?
now, next time you get turned into a dwarf, you'll actually be able to speak dwarven. You won't have to rely on Nashua to teach you.
Well, naturally,
You actually know it fluently now without an accent.
That's right. There was a fan. I believe we had a fan.
Okay.
Idiot doesn't teach you how to speak giant.
Okay, so you find a fan. Apparently, this fan makes air move with waving.
Nothing special.
Yeah, especially it makes air move with waving. It helps cool you.
Okay, wasn't magical.
It's a fan of cooling, apparently.
Very cool.
It makes air movement. You cool down.
Okay.
Its activation is a 3-round air movement.
Okay. So we had.
Sounds like something that a certain salesperson from what was it, Gilantry would be talking about.
Oh, he was fabulous to run.
I had a statue of a soldier.
There are some specific items in here that I have to convert across.
Yeah.
Which was amusingly, one of those was the fan, but you rolled so poorly on the actual roll.
Okay.
So as far as you know, it is a just a fan.
Okay, cool.
But it's not actually just a fan.
So, 4 things we have left. There was a statue of a soldier, and there was the armor, great axe, and a bow.
Well, the statue of the soldier had come from earlier, if I'm correct.
Oh, what did I put down there? A fortunate soldier.
That's a hat.
A hat of fortunate soldier.
A Jingasar is a hat, not a statue.
Okay, sorry.
So it's
It's the straw hat thing that I've got.
The Oriental cone hat.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's what I'm currently wearing.
Yeah.
So you see that little triangle on the top there?
Yep. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, so cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. So just the axe, bow, and armor. So.
Okay, so you want him to? What do you want him to look at next?
We'll go the axe. Yeah.
Okay, so he looks at the axe. Apparently, you really liked this axe.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't the one that the sword was threatening about?
No, it was the great axe the big guy was hanging on to. That hurt a lot. That went ouchie to me once. I took my arm off.
Okay, so once I get the correct runes for it, because it is an actual magical axe.
Cool.
And the axe has... It is a shock axe.
That explains the electricity.
Great axe, I think.
So it would basically be considered a +1 striking shocking axe.
Okay.
+1 striking shock axe.
Shock axe, yeah. Not great axe, also. Yeah, gotcha. Okay, so that's that one. I'll put this on Facebook for everyone to know if it's alright. So everyone has a.
It was a great axe, yes.
Yeah, great, yeah.
It's a fabulous axe.
It is.
I think the bow would be the next one, I'm thinking. Maybe a nice bow from that.
That was a composite one, wasn't it?
Yep.
Does composite still exist in this version?
Yes, when I've looked at it. I do have one, but I don't use it ever. So I was like, yeah.
Well, it's just amusing when I compared to D&D. D&D's dropped composite completely. Composite doesn't exist in D&D.
But that's because you always get your damage bonus from the ability, don't you?
You do,
in
yeah.
D&D.
You do.
So-
So there was no reason for it.
No, they just got long and short bows, yeah.
But yeah, Pathfinder 2 still got composite.
Yep. So it is a composite bow. And I'm going to check to see if composite actually has. Do you actually need to have special things for your composite bow?
I thought
Like a composite bow can be a non-natural item.
No, I was just wondering if you needed it to be a certain strength rating.
Oh, okay.
Because the other versions, they did used to have to be a specific strength rating.
Yeah.
So that's the hat. So that's the hat.
Okay, so it doesn't actually state in here anywhere that the composite needs to be a specific rating.
Okay.
Which is good because that was rather annoying to actually go, it's a composite bow that has no strength enhancement.
Yeah, I think Pathfinder 2 they just made it. Yeah, composite means you can add the damage. non-composite means you can't, whatever your strength bonus might be.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. Okay, so it is a composite bow, which is a good thing that they've changed that one. So that is a good update to the rules, and it is a expert quality composite bow, meaning you can actually magic it, and it's not going to break when you use it.
That's true.
it's a longbow though, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. Nashu's not proficient in longbows.
Okay. We've got, oh, okay.
He's only an elf. And he can go up to
Just,
human.
just if you can, stash it and give it to what's
yeah,
her name?
So
Emrys
Shalala
is-
might want it.
Yeah, Shalala.
Emrys' character, yeah. I'll put down Emrys, yeah.
Well, no, I was thinking Shaylu personally, but Emrys.
If Shayla's still there. Wink, wink. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so what other thing did you want to be checked?
The last one I've got is the armour, because everything else I had a horn cut, a rice bowl, and just money. So,
I thought you were also going to check the hat.
Oh, the hat. Oh, yeah, we can do the hat as well after that. So.
Okay, checking the armor. You're having trouble checking that armor, so you'll have to come back for that one.
Okay, so we don't know. And the hat, I suppose. We'll
Okay. What
Just
was that?
Yes.
Can Bug do
It
a
keeps the rain off you.
can Bug do a check of the items that didn't come through?
What would that involve using?
We'll be using occult.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. If you've got the occult at probably expert level, I would think at least. Then the only difference for you is it takes you 10 minutes to look at an item instead of it only taking him a minute.
Alright.
So,
Okay.
since we're stopping for at least 40 minutes,
You have a chance of doing it at least 10 minutes.
as long as there's someone keeping a watch out to say, yep, okay, there's no one coming up attacking us at the moment.
I'll be probably doing the scout. I'll be sitting as
You're the scout.
not the scout. I'll be sitting there just watching things coming through on the other side. So.
Was that been roll?
Okay.
So which
Johnny,
one am I
he
checking?
now
You're
has
checking.
dark vision, so
I believe you're
it
checking the armor.
27.
27. Looking at the armor is a +2 armor, and it seems to be related to pigs in some way. Just like his armor is connecting to armadillos, this armor connects to some sort of pig-like spirit.
And it's staring back at you.
27 on perception. So
27 on perception.
I'm just looking out to see if I see anything.
You're watching out. You don't see any movement at this stage.
Have I done the belt yet or not?
That's up to
It
you.
only takes a minute or so to put the belt on.
Oh, say well done because I've got dark vision now. So.
Okay, so yes, you got dark vision now.
Yeah.
Instead of just like, I can see out to 30 feet.
And then I go see. Oh, wow, this is cool.
All the colours.
Except it's all in black
Colours,
and white
what
now.
colours?
Ooh, black and white. Ooh. Maybe I'm past the death kind of living thing. Yeah, this makes more sense now. So, yeah. Okay. I think it was just a hat left. I think.
So I think there's also there's another penalty for shooting at things in dark vision.
There is, yeah, but I don't shoot. I go smash things. It's okay.
A range penalty.
Yes. I leave the shooting to Nashru.
Mm-hmm.
There was a hat. I think we had to go on the.
There was the hat. The hat you looked at, and you're able to identify the hat. That it gives you a chance to negate one critical hit per day on you for wearing the hat.
Can I take that? Is it going to fit me?
You're already wearing one of them, so I'm guessing you could probably swap it.
Okay.
So one critical. Okay, so let's go.
Oh, hang on. Sorry. Was that Ross or was that...
was
that Dennis
Richard.
or was Avery?
That was Avery.
It was Avery.
Oh, Avery, sorry.
Couldn't you tell as the voice was a lot higher pitched as of being coming from a halfling?
It was a
It
happy
was more the
horse.
fact that I'd forgotten that Avery was online, so I assumed it was you guys.
Okay, I got it down for you, Richard. Got, was there anything else? That was the only thing we could identify as magical when we looked at stuff. Everything else was a rice bowl and a horn cup and lots of coins. A few coins, not a lot of coins.
And the items you found, like the jewellery and bits and pieces type stuff.
Yeah, it was like a rice bowl, which looked like it had some yucky stuff in it, a horn cup, and 22 10 gold coins, and the saddle and the collars from the boar and leopards. And all
And the silver.
and all the silver stuff that we found on all the other stuff we found in the when I searched
In
the
the-
room and made a mess of myself.
Yeah, in the move below. Yeah, okay.
So, if magical equipment changes to the size of the wearer, if I take it off, does it revert back to its normal size?
No.
No.
It'll only change size when you invest it.
So you see, what we really need, you carry a small guy around with you to shrink all the big items. So that he can
AKA
carry.
that.
Technically,
that
they weigh the
leather
same.
armor.
I think people are picking on poor little Avery or the goblin.
Hey, Avery, try this samurai armor on.
So if he takes off his investment, then I'm sure it'll go back to its normal size.
Yeah, probably will. Yeah. So that's
So it probably only works in the computer game.
Yes.
That is true.
okay. Cool.
They only come up with the fixes when people try to warp them.
Now, Jeremy, if you want to do another round, I'll leave it up to you. So.
Well, so I would suggest that we probably can afford to at least wait for the extra 20 minutes and start another round.
Yeah, and I can do a mass heal at 2 hours, but I'll leave
If we haven't been attacked or anything yet, then
I'll find out. I'm just finding out from the DM right now.
It's okay, just doing a few secret rolls in the background.
yeah. So that took 40 minutes initially, Martin.
Yeah.
But then obviously we'd wait around potentially for another 20 minutes if nothing happened, because we'll see if we can heal people up a bit better. See if I can not roll ones this time.
Yep. Okay, let's see how well you go. Or you could always aim for the higher DC.
Okay.
You always aim for the higher DC.
Well, no, I can't. Because I'm only expert in medicine, I can only aim for 20.
That's fair. Or you always just aim for the 15, and as long as you don't roll a 1, you succeed. But you got the same thing with rolling for a 20 anyway.
That's right. But this way, if I aim for 20, then if I don't roll a 1, I succeed. And if I roll a 11 plus, I get a critical, so it becomes 48.
Yeah.
Like the same as the other one, but yeah. Anyway, well, since I didn't get Xanis last time, I'll try Xanis first. And this time get 21 points.
So you heal 21 points?
Yeah.
Okay, so did you get your focus back? Did you spend your focus last time you used things?
We still got around. Oh, well.
I don't think so. I think I only used skills.
In which case, then you still have your focus.
Yeah.
So that should be your primary spell.
So Bud gets lucky and gets the critical again.
Well, she is special.
That's right. She's my sister. I work hard on her, but she didn't get a very good roll with 48, so it's still only 22. I managed to get 12 on 48. I got 13 or something on 28.
Actually, you're still looking healthier.
Yeah. The other guy, the not Nashru. Yeah, Hillary, that's the one. Also gets a 48 one. Ooh. 15, 17, 23, 33 back.
Oh, that's good.
And Nashru, typical, only gets 22.
Still pretty good.
That's all right, I'm at 100 again.
So that makes about an hour and 20 minutes that have gone past at that point.
It does.
No, sorry. That's an hour and 40 minutes, so we have to wait the extra 20. So
Yes, wait 20. Who's the least healed at the moment? Maybe everyone.
At the moment, you have. If I swap things around, Bink. But that's all based on previous hit points, not new hit points.
I know. What are you at, Ross? Now Ross is pretty. I might hang on to my heal just in case something. Because we're pretty looking pretty good. That's not too bad.
75 hit points.
Okay, I'm going to hang on to my heal just in case, I think, because we're pretty looking reasonably well.
Though Avery would be on 86 out of his new hit points as well, so technically you could increase his hit points.
Okay.
Oh, well, in fact, so technically I could do a heal on Avery at that point.
You could.
Yes, you could. It comes up. My new hit points are 96 or something.
So how many extra hit points did you get? How many extra hit points did you get for going up a level?
10. If
So
I read
you're
it correctly, it's 8 plus your Constitution modifier.
Yep. Okay. Well, you're
Is that
full
correct?
I think so.
because I can do.
What's
Okay.
that? How many hit
I get
points
plus
you
10
got?
on the roll. So
8 plus Constitution modifier.
Yep.
Okay,
depends
so
on your class.
I've got additional 13 then.
Oh, wait.
So that's whatever the witch does.
So the witch, whatever you roll dice for witches, might be a D8 or D6. I'm not sure. D10 maybe.
Which
Would be eight, I think.
is 6.
6. So you go your.
What's your con modifier?
Plus 4.
So that means you get back 10. You get 10, so you're at 114 total. Okay, so
This witch is such a tank.
Ross, what is your total?
Sorry, who's that?
Ross, what is your total for Xenos?
My full total is 153.
That's quite a lot of potential hit points.
Yeah, I think Avery's the lightweight of the party.
No, not yet.
So, Mark, what's your total?
162.
Jesus Christ.
And what is Jeremy's?
He's new maximum 105.
There we go. Okay, so that's what you are after that rest. The red lines have gone up because some of you haven't got that hit points back yet.
Yeah, that's right.
So your potential has gone up, but your current has not.
So it means that the ratio is effectively you've decreased your ratio, therefore the red line's gone up. So who's the one that's still only about half empty, half full?
I'm going to roll for Ross. I'm just a little more to do it.
So you spend the extra 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, here we go, Ross.
On your face.
Nashville will be on the lookout while in that last 20 minutes then.
You can see the flashing light from there, can't you? Yeah, I just rolled for random encounter happening in the background.
Absolutely.
41 for Ross.
Oh, great.
Well, no, obviously random encounters happen on low numbers, on 1 to 5.
Well, it's not flashing, so it's nothing bad.
It was. I saw it.
So you did 41 healing.
41 healing.
And then I got to Ross. I felt guilty. There you go, Ross. I helped you out of it.
Cool. I'm no longer a pincushion.
Done.
And then while I'm doing that, somebody shoots me in the back of the arrow. Yeah. No suggestions, Martin. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry. Take it
So
back.
something with an arrow that attacks from sneak attack.
Damn it. I'm going to read up.
And they've got a magic item called the Hand of Aurori.
Reminds me of a chicken or something.
I only just realised I have a... Where is it? A general feat called Untrained Improvisation. And all those times I could have added on to my roll.
I think that... Does that mean you can actually get a bonus when you use untrained skills?
Yeah.
I believe so.
I add my level
Yeah,
onto
you
every
add your
skill.
level
Yeah.
to it, so you become a jack of all.
Yeah.
I've got that as well. It's a cool ability.
Let's see if my results come back on that. So. My focus.
Whereas Nashville just got trained and everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good for classes that don't get that many skills.
Exactly, that's right.
Except for rogues, you get every skill.
Okay, well, technically, I'm not trained in intimidation and occultism yet because I want to become better at medicine.
No, you just get a magical item that makes you look scary.
It's alright. Your sister's got you back for those two anyway.
Well, that's just it. They're not ones that he considers particularly important to.
Yeah.
I mean, Nashville's not intimidating to anybody.
Well, the other thing is you don't really want to make attention to yourself, too.
Exactly. Nashville doesn't intimidate them, he just kills them. Before they knew he was there.
Mm.
That does help. Okay, I think I got the right thing that has come around to give you some fun.
A rust monster.
I could, if you like,
No.
upgrade it to your
monster?
level.
No, I don't want
Nah.
that.
What's a
No,
rust
I've just got this new armor. I'm quite happy with it, thank you.
Oh.
Spat will not be happy with you.
Metal. You're a samurai. You don't use metal armor.
Well, the armor I've got on right now is like plate armor, so it's just the samurai equivalent. So. Yeah,
I always like that little image where you've got knights running away from a armadillo-like creature.
It's always funny.
miss
It's so
fun.
great. I just looked up a monster in the back, and it didn't give me a page number, so I went to the front to find the monster, and the monster doesn't exist in the front. It's like, great.
Well, that's
was-
right. It was
that
always
was
an
a-
imaginary monster, and we can move on.
So we
I'm just gonna duck out for about 5 or 10 minutes while I try to get the baby to sleep.
That's okay. We'll see how many people are alive when you get back.
We'll see to the front line in the meantime. That's fine.
we're going to be attacked by an imaginary monster.
Unfortunately, it wasn't an appropriate monster, so I'm going to try again.
Is my focus coming back on long rest or?
No, you got to spend 10 minutes during to get your focus back.
Okay.
During a exploration mode, and you're on watch.
Crap. No, okay, that's fair call. That's a fair call. That's right, I'm going to have to put that down somewhere.
Okay.
So,
There's no me getting out of shit things, so put that down.
which spells didn't I use?
Use black tentacles.
Yeah, I definitely used Black Tentacles. I think I used Shadow Blast as well already.
Okay, so this one looks pretty good. Perfect. Okay.
And I used Paranoia.
So, Mark,
Oh, I used Fear.
give me your perception roll.
While healing Ross, see if I'm distracted. No, it wasn't actually. That's a 30.
It's 30.
Not bad for me.
Okay. So, you missed it.
Shit, okay. That's okay, I'm stuffed.
Okay, and what's your armor class?
34.
34.
Flat. Am I distracted?
Flat-footed?
Distracted with -2, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say make that 32.
Yeah. I should have said that. Damn it.
I saw you regret it as you were saying
I'm
it.
going, damn it. I'm just too nice a person with that one.
Okay, so you have been enfeebled
Feeble.
by something.
Feebled by something.
Yep. Something hit you in the back, just like you asked for.
Oh, joy.
Amusingly, it hit the target number because you were distracted.
I used that last time too.
It was not going to hit you until you actually until you said, "Oh, what about flat-footed?"
Damn it, me and the nice mark. Da, da, da.
So you take a status penalty value on strength-based rolls and DCs, such as strength-based melee attack rolls, strength-based damage rolls, and athletics checks. At this stage of 1, you're enfeebled 1.
Feebled. It's like a spell, is it? Or?
As far as you know,
It's like, do I feel like something's been.
something hit you on the back.
Oh! Nashru!
And now you're really tight.
Oh, what'd you do to me, Nashru? I feel a bit weak.
Nashua is obviously busy still doing his healing at the moment. Otherwise, he would have spotted whatever it was.
Shut through the heart and you're to the...
The Mandarin a lot worries me too. He hasn't done this before and he wants to try it out.
Okay.
Okay, and
Closed at mid-level.
yeah, you're also grabbed.
Correct.
You.
Sounds very rapey. On the
The
back.
question is, have you been grabbed by something that's got a long reach to the bottom of the thing and you had to be pulled off the edge, or is it something on the tower with us?
It's pulling him out of the tower. Okay, so it will be a roll against your athletics DC. Actually, what's your athletics DC?
My athletics DC. Or my class DC, all that, please.
No, you're athletics.
Oh, 15. So, that's my plus
Athletics.
15.
So you got plus 15, so it's a
Yeah.
25. Okay, so critical success.
It or me?
Did you roll?
That was the sort of thing that worried me there, Jeremy.
If you didn't roll, I'm guessing it wasn't you.
Oh, God.
Okay.
Does enfeeble also affect this roll?
No, because it would. It's a strength-based thing.
Okay,
so,
what was your
Yeah, but
fortitude?
It might affect
athletics
you
is strength based.
yeah, it might affect
My
his
fortune
ability
is
to defend
22.
against it.
22. Okay, in which case then it's just a success, not a critical success, and you're dangling above the cabin.
Hey, guys!
He heals Xanos and then gets yanked out of the doorway.
The
And where are you
doorway.
now?
So
He's dangling over the
Side of the castle keep, am I?
drop to the ground below, off the side of the actual building.
Splat out there? Can you see him?
So, well, did we see what's happening at all?
Perception roll, if anyone noticed, before he calls out guys. And then it'll be initiative roll.
Nashru got 39 on perception.
Nashru noticed.
There might be modifiers, I guess, for if you were busy doing the healing at the time, but
I got another
Well, I
23.
Excuse me.
Joy.
Well, you always want to try out new things.
Oh, true, but I was hoping to be
You want to see if
Avery.
he could fly.
Oh, I thought Avery would want to try it this time around, but not me. That's okay.
I got 23.
You got 23? Okay, so two of you didn't notice straight away. So you both...
Well, I did notice that the samurai just disappeared. Just get joints backwards.
What'd you roll, Richard? Perception.
I think he's still away.
Richard's not there.
Isn't it? No, it's away, is it?
So what's your perception roll, Mark? And Nashru had 33?
39.
39.
Far out. How bad could that be? 17. Because I rolled a 2. Couldn't go any lower than that. I could go, but I don't want to go any lower than that. So.
What did you get? Total?
17. Total.
17.
That's
It's probably still a critical failure.
So
Oh,
which
yeah,
window is he out? Would Splat be able to see him from where Splat was?
It's still on the ground.
Splats, way away.
That's a long way away.
He's above ground. You're below ground. You may have been pulled out of
So
window. He
what's
hasn't been
he-
pulled above ground. You're in a big cavern. And you went into a building inside a
Yeah.
big cavern. And you climbed up that building and you're up near the top of that building resting and then he got yanked out of the top of the building.
Because remember, the building we went into first got burnt down, or possibly got burnt down, while we went down a big spiral staircase into the ground.
Yeah.
And you're still underground, deep underground.
So we're still underground, but
And you
up
got
high
yanked-
underground?
Up high underground.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so
We're
Jeremy,
quite close to the ceiling.
Yeah.
you are the first person up.
Okay, so what can I see? What's happening?
Okay, you can see, you saw Harori get dragged out by backwards out through the doorway, and he's now dangling over the rocky floor way below. I think it's quite a few feet below. Let me just get the actual height for you. And I think it's about 60-foot drop. You got a 60-foot
Okay.
drop below him.
And like, are we talking spider silk or something he's dangling by, or?
Something has grabbed him and seems to be pulling him towards it. It's got a big red eye and looks like it's a stalagmite.
Ah.
I think Jeremy,
Okay.
I might have wanted to be, but that's out of class, out of character.
So well, and how far away is it from the top of the cabin at the moment? The top of the keep.
It's
Okay,
probably
yeah.
about 20 feet from the top of the keep.
Okay, I will go for shooting it through its big red eye.
Okay.
Where am I? AC 34.
Okay, you just hit.
Just hit.
Not a powerful hit, just a hit.
Yep.
That's fine.
And I'm guessing it doesn't count as flat-footed because it got a surprise on us, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah.
Because most of those things look like nothing at all, and it snuck up with its
Yep.
with its sneak.
So 6 points of damage.
6 points.
Piercing damage. From a magical crossbow. It's magical short bow, I should say.
Yep. You take 6 points of damage. Then it's Cisco.
Shit.
He is going
Squeezes.
to reel in its fish. Okay, so it So what was your fortitude?
22, so 32.
And he beat it by.
Oh, actually, hang on,
more than
Martin.
10. Yep.
I'm going to call it another shot.
Yep.
Which is remember, you get 3 actions in this, don't you?
You do. So one action would have been moved to where you can shoot, and then one shot, and you got one left.
Okay. And -5, so that's 15. AC 27.
27's a miss.
Okay.
Okay, it got on its reel you in of a 41.
Whoa. I don't know resolve, so I can't do
So
anything.
it wasn't a critical this time. But it's enough to pull you all the way up to its mouth.
Shit.
And then it bites you.
Of course it does.
Okay, so it tries to bite you, hitting armor class 24.
Ding! Hey!
Here you go.
Hey! I just watched that.
Okay, so that was its go. Now, Buggy's up. You saw Horori go flying out the door backwards.
Yeah.
Well, at least you heard Horori go flying out the door backwards.
So,
He does this every now and then.
So can I like walk towards the doorway to see what it was?
You can see
or I
Nashru.
can see from
You can
here
see Nashru standing on the edge, shooting up into the roof.
at a thing. Okay.
Oh, well, he was shooting up that way. You can make a perception roll to see if you can identify what he was shooting at.
Yeah. Do I need to walk closer to?
Well, you can sort of see things, but if you want to know exactly what's going
Yeah,
on, you've
but
got
I
to
can
roll.
see Nashru standing there shooting at something, so it would be reasonable for me to assume that I should head that way to see what's happening. Yeah. Okay. So I'll head over
You move
there.
up beside him.
Yep. And look out.
You can see Horori.
Yep.
He's dangling from the roof.
Yep.
Can you chomp off?
Getting chomped on. Do I see that?
Do you want to spend time looking?
No.
Then you see Horori dangling from the roof. It's the thing of
I'm
if
just
you want to give
checking
up
what I've
actions
actually
to
got
identify
left,
what's going
yeah.
on, or just act on what you can see.
Yeah.
At this stage, it's Horori dangling from the roof.
Mm.
And I'd have to use an action to identify what was holding him.
What was going on? Yes.
Yeah.
It's how quickly do you want to react?
Yeah.
Because you didn't pay attention to what actually happened at the time. Jeremy actually saw something was going on, so he didn't have to roll to see what
Yeah.
was going on.
Oh, good.
It's because you missed it.
Yeah, I rolled shit. I rolled a
I
7.
gotta touch my sword to use my spells on my sword, right?
Technically.
Shit. Okay, gotcha. That's the only question I had to ask. Was like, yep. Let's hope I don't fumble sword. Oh, shut up.
I pull my sword. Thing.
And I don't have access to my level 6 spells yet, right?
No.
Sad face.
You still don't have the slots either.
So I've only got stuff I didn't use last time.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Which is fuck all.
Plus your focus spell.
Yeah, hex. So.
Yeah, and any feats and stuff I've got too, yeah.
Yep.
Skills.
Because it is an 8-hour rest required to get all that back.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you haven't been underground that long.
But it's safe to assume that this thing isn't humanoid because it's got big tentacles that grab
Well,
him.
Horori's humanoid. He's just clinging to the roof as far as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with character versus player information.
Yeah. True.
You can always just watch and see the fun.
Why is that cantrip? Why does this always happen to you, Rory?
I pull out my crossbow and I shoot Horori.
He's doing
Okay.
weird shit. I don't trust him anymore.
Hey, hey, I'm with the arm of your companion, thank you. I thought at least be some trust there.
Just means you're his bitch.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Fully aware of that now.
Well, I'm sure that at some point he'll transform into a ball and roll on out.
Well, that would be helpful.
That's for enhance the armor, yes, maybe. But,
Well, I'm a Dillo armor after all.
Well, maybe. No, it won't protect me from my fall now. No.
You bounce, and then take them to full damage twice.
Bum, 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 bum.
I probably couldn't even use Forbidding Ward, right? Because I don't know who the enemy is specifically.
Yes, pretty
Yeah.
much. Unless you spend an action to figure that out. So rushing up to a thing and going, look, there's something there. Attack. Means it might be Horrori's the one who gets targeted.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a bad idea.
What's that?
No,
Attack
not
Horror?
No, I just had an idea, but it's a bad idea. Telekinetic glaive towards me, but I thought it was a bad idea. That's something he gets sliced off. So
What did you want to do? Telekinetic.
one of the glaives, and I thought that's a bad idea. I'm trying to think of things you can do, that's all. So. Nah, I think I'm quite good with my. I'm just going to work out how quickly.
Pull out the pipe and light it.
I just got to work out how quickly I can get out, hold on my sword, and walk, and that's all I'm looking at now. So.
I'm back, guys.
Hello.
Well, no one's died yet, but Horrori's
Just
trying to
in
make
time
it.
He's in a bad way.
Wonderful.
Can you make a perception roll, please?
Yes.
That's good. I know the D&D core on this one is, but I'm not sure the Pathfinder one. So.
I have got. Actually, I've got to scroll up and find my level now. That is a 32.
32. Okay, so you'll be cutting in very shortly.
Can I even target a creature if I don't know that it's there?
That's
There's like nothing I can do until I figure out what it is, hey?
pretty much. You can
Yeah.
spend an action to say, I want to look, and do a perception roll. And then you still got an action left.
Yeah.
Or you could use a free action to ask, what the hell are you shooting at, Nashru?
Yeah, okay.
Is
I'll
that
say
too-
that.
And I'll say, well, there's a stalagmite up there that's got, who are we?
Okay. A stalagmite.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or type, whichever one's which.
Yeah. And upon him saying that, can I see it?
Well, there's a stalagmite up there.
Okay.
There are lots of stalagmites
Yeah.
up there. They're all over the ceiling. Whichever the ones that point down on.
I think he's trying to tell you to roll a perception roll.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just going to. I thought the suddenness is going too far there.
Nashru's also looking around to see if any of the other stalactites are moving.
30.
30. Okay, you can identify that the one that has Horori is slightly moving.
Okay.
So you can see where it starts and finishes. So
Yeah.
it seems to also have rupee arms around it.
Ruby arms.
Rupee.
Ooh.
Not going to be out.
That's very descriptive.
Nicely done, man. Nicely done.
And what Avery missed while he was away was that these rupee arms came into the keep and pulled Horori out backwards. As Horori decided to turn his back on the problem.
Oh.
That's not good. Not good at all.
And then you got chomped on before too, but you don't know that yet. So.
Maybe because I wasn't there because I was too busy looking at the shiny stuff that we just found.
That's fair enough. That's a fair call. And I might have accidentally yelled out in Dwarven because I've just been used to it. So.
So, Annie, that's what it looks like.
Cool.
That's what I thought it was. Yep. Yep. Same name in D&D. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Big thorn.
Particularly in this one.
Yes, I know how vicious they can be. So. That was very well done, man. I like that one. So.
Upon like recognizing it, do I know anything about it, or would that be another roll?
That would be an actual knowledge roll that is an action. You don't get to know that like that. You have to actually spend an action.
Okay. What sort of knowledge would it be?
I think a cult would work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got
It
one
was
action
a secret
left
check,
here.
actually.
It's secret, yeah.
Okay, what's your occult bonus?
17.
17. Okay, you recognize it as a creature called a roper. And They can actually attack anything within 50 feet of them as a reaction. They're very hard to kill. And when they're not seeking prey, they're very hard to tell them apart from the rock around them.
And they're intelligent?
They
Do they have a language?
They are semi-intelligent. They do have languages. Well, actually, they're intelligent. They're as intelligent as a normal person.
Okay.
But are normally evil.
But a what?
Considered evil.
Evil.
Aberration.
Yeah.
Last time I ran into this killed off a party member.
Thanks for the reminder. It's okay. Understand, Russ. I'm used to getting killed.
Mind you, we were all like level, what was it, 3?
Yeah.
Yes, well, this is probably a slightly stronger version.
The Pathfinder version is a level 10 creature.
Well, the D&D one that we ran into was a level 10 as well.
Yeah, I think
I'm not surprised you died at level 3 then. No, we didn't. The Ranger did.
Yeah, the Ranger ran over beside it and melee attacked the lure it had. It had a little fish sitting beside it that it uses a lure. They ran over and stabbed it, and then the Ripper killed it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
It separated the prey.
One shot the Ranger.
No, they would do those things.
Where the Ranger could have peppered it to death from across the river without it harming it at all.
I've got an idea here, but I'm not sure it's going to work yet. I'll find out.
Okay, so...
Do they sleep? Do they have dreams?
Sure, I'm sure they sleep. But I'm not sure I'd really want to know what they dream about.
Stone sheep. Yeah, but if they're hanging upside down, can the stone sheep jump over the fence?
No, they just keep falling. He dreams about the sheep falling, not about the sheep jumping.
That's too much thinking right now.
Well, they could be physically stoned, so they're off their face, so they're floating.
Floating, flying sheep.
I don't know.
That's bad.
Wow.
That
was bad.
That was bad. Yeah, sorry, that was really. I'd like to take that out of the recording, please. Thank you. Yeah.
Edit that out later.
Yes, yes.
Hey, I'm not the one who came up with the original joke.
I know. But
I just took it too far.
We request the silence of the lambs, please.
That one was actually funny.
so you got one action left, don't you?
I think that was the last one, wasn't it?
No, technically, we gave you the free thing to talk to and you.
Jeremy.
Oh yeah, no, you did.
You did an idea.
You did it all.
Yeah, yeah.
You did all your actions. So it is Avery. You're up. You saw this roper thing pull Horori out backwards. You saw Nashru stand up to the edge and fire at it, and then you're up. And then technically, this is Annie goes after you. So Bud goes after you, but because you came in late,
Maybe you could polymorph it into a sheep.
you jump in now. That would be quite interesting. You can polymorph it into a sheep if you wish to. And I'm sure that if you made Horori a sheep, that would be fantastic.
It's obviously not going to be distracted by anything. So I can see it, can't I?
You can see it because you saw it happen, whereas the others were a little too late and just missed it.
Okay. Right, so...
Just so, this is what it looks like.
Okay.
Big thorn.
With tentacles.
Okay, I'm going to cast my brand new U-Butte Spiritual Blast at it.
By being a spontaneous cast, he actually gets these spells. He just doesn't get new slots.
So...
Oh, he gets his new spells.
He gets his new spell, but he doesn't get new slots. So is it a?
It's what you get for relying on evil entities.
So is it a high level? Is it a new high level spell that you just got a slot for?
Yep.
Then you've got the spell but not the slot.
Okay.
You haven't had your long rest yet to recover your spell power.
Okay, rightio.
She's like, yes, I got this new butte. Well, just wait for a moment.
Yeah, I've got 3 new bad boys I can't touch.
Yeah, okay.
Rude. Is there right if I grab a glass of water?
Okay.
Water
I'll
in the
just do.
flap
I'll
of
just
the
do a
fridge.
I'll just do a shadow. I'll just do a shadow blast at him.
Yep. He is about 20 feet away from you, so as long as you can reach that far, you can hit him. Give me an attack roll.
Okay. Oh. Just check what my thing is. My spell attack roll.
He's got a high
is-
chance of hitting you.
I'm expecting that.
There's a 20. Is it 28 hit?
No, it does not.
Hmm.
You guys are pretty high, aren't they?
Is that 28 AC or is it? Oh, just do we have touch AC type stuff in this?
Not in second edition. Second edition, everything's been rolled together to make it easier.
Yeah.
So higher than 28, but less than 32. Okay. That's
So
all
that
right.
was a waste of a good 5th level spell.
You could yell at Horori if you want. If it makes you feel better.
Yell at him.
What are you doing up there?
That may help. And then it
But
is
it's just always
Xenos's go.
happened to you.
What would Xenos like to do? You've seen everyone else run out of the room. You're not really quite sure what for yet.
Well, we're all on the ceiling.
Oh, yeah. We all run to the other side of the ceiling.
Yeah, right to the other side of the ceiling.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to work out what's going on.
Give me a perception roll.
That's a 25.
Okay, yeah, you figured out enough to know what's going on.
Can I work out where the enemy is?
Yep, you can see Horori dangling from the thing that Bug was talking about.
And you heard Nashru yell out that, hey, a stalactite's got Horori.
Okay. Unfortunately, my action is going to take 3 actions to do.
Oh, you got 3.
So I'm going to do the anime Kami thing with the Dragon Ball going powering up. So I won't go.
Technically,
I won't-
if it's a spell, you have to do all the actions in the same round. You don't carry actions over.
Okay. Well, I'm psyching myself up.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just psyching myself up and just making sure I'm going to hit the right area.
You're preparing to cast spells next round.
Yes.
That is fair. Okay, so Horori, you're now finally up. You're the last one in the list.
He's always been up. He was the first up.
Yes,
Into the ceiling.
Good old smart, Jerry.
You reached the enemy first. He was good.
Can I do a strength break, like a break of the kind of grapple?
You can try to break the grapple.
Okay. What do I roll? Athletics or? Because that's really good.
Or you could just stab him.
I can't stab him because he's grappled me. So
Okay, give me a athletics check.
okay. It'll be high, but I've got heavy armor on too. So
With a -1 to the roll because of your enfeebled.
that's 20.
So 20. Okay.
That is going to work.
A total of 20.
Total 20.
Okay, you have critically failed.
Oof.
Fudge. 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 Fudge.
Okay, so I'm going to put you down as enfeebled 2 now.
Much
Cool.
feeble. Feeblest.
Can I touch the hilt of my sword at all or anything like that?
You can, yes. You're grabbed from behind, not wrapped
Okay.
around.
Oh, so good, so I can still. My arms are still like that. Okay. What can I do? 'Cause I can't be in a sweater because I'm moving it. So
Yeah, the creature is also twice your height.
point taken.
So you're like this
Chance of
tiny
getting
little
away from
doll
it
that's
is
waving about.
Okay. So I can touch the hilt of my.
Yep.
Okay. I don't need to use it yet. I invoke Holy Light.
Yep.
So are you grabbed at the moment or actually restrained?
He is grabbed, not restrained.
So that just means you've got the flat-footed and immobilized. So you can't move around, but you can still attack.
Oh, can I still attack then?
You can, yes.
Oh, so I thought I was completely.
Because you're
held in place.
flat-footed and immobilized.
Oh, well, free action to bring
If
up.
you're to attempt to manipulate action while grabbed, you must succeed a DC 5 flat check or it's lost.
Okay, using the free action for the sword, I'm bringing the sword out.
So that's a manipulate action. Give me a flat check on DC 5.
DC 5.
Yeah.
Flat.
So it's roll a d20, you add nothing.
12.
You get the sword out.
Okay, that's all I need.
Because anything that has manipulate has a 25% chance of fail.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, well, I'll try to
Try to cut the strand.
cut the string.
Okay.
Where you got plummet?
Have an attack roll.
I've got airwalk on my sword.
Oh,
so-
right. Okay. Cool.
Somebody reminded me
Yeah.
this morning. That
Thank goodness.
Is it a 1 or 2 action activation?
Jesus.
It's like 2 action.
I don't know actually because I haven't recorded that. So. Thanks, Martin. 26 plus 9 is 35.
That is a hit. Now I'm just looking up how badly you're going to fall. Nothing to worry about here.
Hang on. What is airwalk? I've got to quickly look it up. Damn it.
You've got mastered acrobatics and catfall, haven't you? You'll be fine.
Yeah, sure I do. Yeah, okay. Love your thinking there.
Well, I assume that's why you jumped down without using your fly last time.
Cool. Means I now can target the area without having to worry about hitting
That's okay, go
Ferrari.
ahead.
Who hurt
Damage.
you today, Martin?
What was that?
Who hurt you today?
Damn
Why are you so vindictive?
you, it's a 2 action thing.
That's what I was laughing at. I just read the 2 action.
Damn it. Okay.
How much damage did you do?
Well, actually, it was 33 because I've got -2 to strength, I assume. Is that right?
Yes, to
Yes.
your strength stuff.
33. So we'll do 33.
Still a hit. And how
Okay.
much damage?
Don't hit too good.
Oh,
I don't think he's got a choice. So, swoosh.
Well, you could try and grab onto one of the non-roper-like stalagmites.
So, just so you know, you're dealing an extra 10 damage because your sword's flaming. Which means he's even more likely to go flying.
You remember that stalagmites are fairly fragile anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, but hey,
Yeah, no, I'm trying to.
any straw in a storm.
I think I should have done what I first do in the first place, but it made it much easier. But oh well.
No, he just has to miss the miss the ground.
If I didn't try to get out in the first place, I would be okay right now. But it's okay.
Or just swing yourself over back onto the ceiling. You've only got a 10, 20-foot fall there.
Oh yeah, that's what I was doing.
Cool, might be alright. 4, 8. 14 plus a d6. It's pretty low up in there, actually. Can we have that?
And you get to add the flaming as well.
Yeah, that's what I'll let you know.
The flaming is also on top of the extra 10 damage.
Okay.
Because you use flame, you automatically do 10 extra damage.
17, 27, and including the flaming.
Okay. So you slice, and then you have this falling sensation. What are you doing during that 1 round descent?
It's alright, the rope will catch you.
Maybe.
Technically, it can. It chooses not to.
I'm just thinking, I can't think of anything. Got no real.
He just used fire on it. There's no way it's going to activate its thing again.
Yeah,
Well, at least we know it doesn't like fire now.
Be like Peter Pan. You can believe you can fly.
Though technically, it can't actually reach him with a reaction because he's not doing a move action. He's just plummeting.
Yeah, true.
Sure. How long do I have it go before it? Oh, it's 6 seconds, isn't it? Or per round, is it? Or?
6 seconds for the entire round, yes. So you're doing this in 2 seconds.
Shit.
And you'll hit the ground at the end of your, like in the same time.
How far down was it?
60 feet, so 30 points of damage.
So
Not
it's
too
not going to
bad.
die though.
They're going to die.
Alright, I'm not too concerned.
Unless, of course,
Can't
you land
waste
on
all
the
that
spike.
healing I gave him, though.
I'm thinking I should use the Shroud of the Afterlife just to save me in case I die. I'm not sure I should waste it. Yeah, I'm just going to go. Ha ha! Yeah. That's the best I can do. I can't think of anything to do for 1 round.
You hit the ground hard.
Yep, that was it.
How far down am I? Yeah.
You're basically down at the bottom level, so
the castle.
you've now got to go up inside the castle.
I could just cut that walking.
You could, yes.
Yeah, but no.
Well,
Okay.
now he's going to use airwalk.
I'm going to do that for spite now, thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, that's it.
Well, he would have had to go through the locked door.
Well, the funny thing would be if he spends one action to get up, another action to do something else, and then because he is prone at the moment.
Well, I just like the way that it takes 2 60-foot falls before thinking, hang on, I can fly.
Oh, hey.
Yes, he's the
And
greatest American
I
hero.
would have used it if I could have, okay? It's just
Nashru, you're
And,
up.
and,
No,
and,
that's
I,
right.
want, I want the helmet to let him know.
The helmet's not with him.
The helmet can't come in
Oh.
here, unfortunately, so... And it's not with...
The helmet didn't want to come down here either.
No.
Right.
Each of you has left something behind except for Nashru, who didn't have to.
That's right.
And Xanis, who didn't have to either.
Well, he left behind his halfling.
Costume, yeah.
He did, yes. He left behind his disguise.
I left behind 2 things. I left behind a head.
I'm wearing my cobalt disguise at the moment.
Did you say it was back up to Nashua again?
It is up to Nashru again. What would Nashru like to do?
Well, I will take a shot at it, and then, move away from it on the idea of thinking, well, if it doesn't want to come any further, if it doesn't try any further, then I'm happy to leave it alone.
Okay, so you shoot.
Yep. 14, 34.
34 is a hit.
Four, 5, 7 points of damage.
7 points of damage. Okay. Then, what do you want to do with your second action?
I'm going to move back away and basically set up to move across the bridge.
As you back up, can you do that without provoking an attack of opportunity?
I certainly can. So I can stride of half speed or less does not trigger reactions.
Yep, that was why I was asking, because it was called out that it can attack moving things within a certain range.
Yep, I understood that one. So, which is why I only used one action, and therefore I could technically stride up to 35 feet without provoking the attack opportunity.
Okay, you
All
move.
reactions.
At which point it looks like it's going to attack one of the 2 remaining ones up on the tower.
Woo.
So, odd it's bug. Odd it's bug. Okay, so it flings out its strand and hits an armor class of 37.
Yep.
What's your armor class?
24 according to this.
So, a critical hit.
Mm.
Okay, so on the critical hit, it's now going to, it's considered to have hit you twice, so you're now enfeebled 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts to pull you backwards.
Do I lose that enfeebled or not? I still got it.
Still got it for the moment.
Okay.
So you reduce it by 1 every 8 hours.
Oh, shit.
So you got enfeebled 2.
Yes.
And Bug also has enfeebled 2.
Is that only 2 tentacles, right?
Well, it has 4.
Damn it.
Okay, and it starts to pull you towards it. What is your fortitude saving throw?
16.
16. So that makes it a 26 DC, and it got a 39.
Jesus. What is this?
So it's a critical success, and it pulls you right up to its face.
Yup.
Can pull you 50 feet on that roll.
Yeah.
You're now dangling from the ceiling.
Yup.
Congratulations, this had its 2 goes. Okay, so Avery, you've just watched Bug go flying off the railing right next to you.
Well, that's fun for her.
And you watched Rory fall to the ground again. You don't know why he doesn't activate his flying sword.
At least I know what I'm doing next.
Yeah, this is a bit of a problem. Okay.
Back to
60
nine.
What will I
Talked in 3
do?
actions. 3 rolls.
So, what would Avery like to do? Wish Terry was here so Terry could fly you?
No, how far away is the ground?
The ground is, for you at the moment, it's 40 feet down, and the rope is 20 feet up.
Okay. And where is everybody else at the moment?
You have Ross standing beside you. You have
Nashru back up a bit.
Nashru backed up a bit, looking like he's going to try to sneak out of the cabin.
Nashru's done with this. He's out of here.
Well, I assume you'd set people to back up, leave it alone, and be all fine. But no. Someone decided to stay with it.
Dude, you shot it in the eye.
Okay. I am going to. So Harori's on the bottom of the ground, is he?
He fell to the ground, yes.
He's on the ground, yes.
He's 40 feet down below you.
Okay. I'm going to take a leaf out of Nashru's book and try and sneak out.
Do you have the ability to move without provoking attacks of opportunity?
Actually, I tell you what I'll do. I'll cast invisibility on myself.
Okay. Okay, because that won't trigger it, because it only triggers on a move action.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my new spells. Some bullshit.
So is it cruel that I gave you the level but not the spell?
Yeah, very cruel.
So I am now invisible.
You are now invisible! How many
Alright.
actions to do that?
2.
Okay, that gives you 1 action left.
What a pity you can see invisible.
Can I move at half speed and not provoke an attack of opportunity?
You can take a 5-foot step without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Yep. Okay, I'll do that.
But remember also that technically, if it can't see you, you might be safe anyway.
Well, the only action that doesn't provoke an attack of opportunity is the 5-foot step.
Mm.
You're guaranteed it won't be able to attack you if you do that. If you do more than that, you're relying on your invisibility to save you.
Unless you've got the mobility feat.
No, I don't have the mobility feat.
Do you trust your magic?
Yes, I do.
Okay, it doesn't attack you.
Okay.
So I moved 25 feet out of the way.
Yep, you're now out of its reach. Okay, that brings us to Dangly Bug.
Try to put it to sleep.
Okay.
Side note, it doesn't drop what it's holding when you put it to sleep. I checked.
Unless it drops.
Other those will be going,
You could just fall from the roof right on
Whole
top of
thing
Aurori.
might fall. No, but surely, if that's its natural environment, it sleeps like clung to the thing. That's what I'm going with.
It's a good theory, probably.
Probably.
Does a tax wake it up then?
It would, I believe.
Yeah.
So, how much? What's the saving throw to avoid the effect of your spell?
Will.
It's a will save. Okay, so it got a 43 upgraded.
Ouch.
Jesus.
Natural 20. 43 upgraded.
So I'm guessing it passed.
Yeah. Yeah. It passed that.
Fudge.
So it's like my spell DC is like 28,
Mm-hmm.
but I haven't upgraded for 11 yet. But I'm sure it's still like.
So what that
critical
means
success.
is he got, if it was a success
Yeah.
on a 43, then it's critical success.
Yeah. So the creature is unaffected.
And you rolled a natural 20, so it's a really good critical success.
Yep.
Yeah. Damn.
Fudge.
And there was even just like boom, flash. Oh, okay. What does that mean?
But let's face it, he probably had a good chance of succeeding anyway, so it's a nice waste of a 20 for Martin.
Yeah.
is.
On the
Exactly.
black side.
I'm helping the party out.
Exactly.
Don't worry, it's only the third one tonight.
That was 2.
Oh, yeah, there's been a few hits. Getting payback from last week, isn't it? Yeah, that's fine.
Do hexes count for your 2... What does a hex count as?
The hex will have in the spell description what
Okay.
it does. So which one are you
where
going
did
to
I see
use?
that? Thinking Veil of Dreams. But I'm not sure how many goobies that is.
Was sleep one action or so?
Sleep is 2.
2, okay.
But I don't know how many hexes use up. Found it. Cast, yeah, it's 2.
Okay.
So I can't use it. Poo. Let's see if there's any cantrips I can use.
Okay. Yeah, can't see much of that one there, so I'll put that out of the way. Okay. So. Apparently you've been grabbed.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's going to munch on you any moment.
Yo.
I've got nothing.
Hold up. What
You could try to
about-
just stab it with something. Or cut the tentacle that's holding you. Horori
That
did so
ended
successfully.
so well for the last person that did it.
Well, you could fall on Horori.
True.
I'm sure Rory will catch you.
Catch the big orc.
Oh, it's a big orc too, isn't it? Oh, crap. Oh, no. This can go so well, yeah.
And she and was a bug lands with the elbow to the solar plexus.
Damn it.
Intimidating glare?
You want to intimidate it? Well, what's holding you?
Is it gonna drop me if I...
Well, it could toss you.
Ah! And throws me back through the window.
Throws you on the other side, so you actually take more damage from it.
No.
It throws you so you get down the chasm.
Let's look on the bright side here, guys.
Maybe we'll go for the holy one. Bounce, bounce. Chasm!
There's no defensive thing she can do with one action, can she? No.
Not really. She's not that sort of character.
I know, I'm just can't think of anything.
Grabbing a spellcaster and pulling it out into
Yeah, I know.
and dangling it over
I
the-
used ghost sound to project the voice of its mother calling it.
Sure. Give me a performance roll.
I don't do performance, I only do intimidate.
Well, you can't do the performance roll because you
Well-
have to do the spell.
His mother might be pretty intimidating, but unfortunately, you don't know his full name, so your bluff didn't work. His mother would call him by his full name.
It's true.
Does your character speak Aklo or Undercommon?
It does speak Aklo.
Then you have a chance of actually speaking its mother's name.
Well, I could use Join Pass to read from its brain what its full name is. Join Pass. Oh no, I can't do that. I can only do that with a willing target. I can do Mind Reading.
Ghost Sound is a 2-action cantrip.
I'll be back in a moment.
Yep.
Already used that last session. I used that last session. I think everything else is like a 2-action thing. I've got claws.
You want to claw it? Claw the tentacle?
Claw, the thing that's fucking holding me though is the
Sure.
issue. And then it just drops me.
Horori's a nice pillow below.
I've got a reaction, don't I? Well, it's not going to work. No.
Do you actually have a reaction to catch things that are falling?
Got things
Grab a ledge is a reaction.
Yeah,
There are
no.
special things you buy. You
I know.
give up to get those things.
I didn't really think I needed to do those things. So. I didn't think I'd be flying in through the air either, so. I'll ropers.
I do have Monstrous Peacemaker, but I don't think these things are included in that. I think that's more like orcs and shit.
Okay, give me an attack roll. With your claws.
So it's that D6, I think.
Oh, you actually
I roll the
gotta
20
gotta
first.
hit it first.
What do I add to that?
You add at least your level plus your proficiency, and
Which
because it's expert, it should be +4,
So that'll be 15.
and plus your strength.
That
Which
correct.
is a -2 right now, isn't it?
So
Yep.
at least 13. What's your dice roll?
So what's your strength bonus normally?
Nothing.
So yes, -2. So it's your level +2.
So I rolled an 11.
So that means you. So you got a total of 11, or you rolled an 11?
I rolled an 11.
11 plus 13, I think. So.
Plus 13 means
24.
24. And apparently you couldn't get your claws that attacked right on this tentacle on you, and you just kept bouncing off the side of it.
No.
Just couldn't get your sharp point to the right area.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it's not
so
necessarily a bad thing, at least.
Xanis, time to save Bug.
Yes, I'm going to do a 3-round Hadouken.
Will it explode the thing in there?
Hopefully.
Is that me?
No, I can. I'm not going to.
What are you using for your Hadouken?
That's the. Bloody hell, come on there. It's my Key Blast.
Key Blast, yep.
It's got a 60-foot cone.
60.
So
hits everything in 60 foot?
Uh-oh.
yeah, but I'm going to move it to the side, so I'm not going to. Unless it's
There's
using,
no way. There's no way to hit it without hitting Bug.
Oh, bugger.
You can probably avoid Haroi.
You could avoid Horror, yes.
Rory's on the floor, so there's no chance.
Exactly.
Except, of course, if all the stalactites fall from the ceiling.
Okay. Next. Okay. In that case, I'm going to do wind stand. I think that only takes me 1 action to cast that. No, wind jumping. That's right.
So you're gonna fly up there and beat it up.
Oh wait a sec. That means that as soon as I move, it attacks me. Correct?
As long as you do a move action, yes. It can attack you as soon as you do a move action.
Yeah.
I would save myself some. I didn't move, it gets me up there, and then I go hit it. Better.
Okay. So
It
if
doesn't
I
pull
do
you
a
in, it just
smaller.
hits you and hits you another enfeebled. Every time it hits you, it enfeebles you.
Damn it.
I love that
That's
ability.
great. So my only range attack is my Key Blast. So there's no way I can aim it to miss it. Bug. So it's using Bug as a shield.
Well,
Pretty much.
if you're doing something that's got a 60-foot tone at the end of it, it doesn't really use it as a shield.
Oh, I wasn't going to use it. I was trying to see if I could just hit the side of it.
You can hit the side of it, but whichever side you, if you want to hit the other side of it where Bug isn't, you'd have to go around the cabin.
Oh, wait a sec. Is it? Is it 30 feet away?
20 feet, I think.
It's 20 feet.
20 feet up.
Okay. In that case, I go into a wind stance. And I start punching at it. Because that gives me ranged melee attacks.
So you're doing
On
your
the
range.
on the plus side, it gives me a bonus of +2 to my armor class.
So you gotta, you can hit melee things out to 20 feet,
It's 30 feet.
30 feet, and what's that ability again?
It's my wild wind stance.
Yep.
You take the stance of the flowing winds, sending out waves of energy at a distance. You can make wind-crushed, unarmed strikes against, as ranged strikes against targets within 30 feet. These deal 1d6 bludgeoning damage and use Brawling Group.
It's one action thing. Yeah.
Yep, all good. So that's one action to do that, and what are you? And you're doing 2 attacks.
I'll do a flurry first.
A flurry first.
So something
Okay, so that used 1 to activate it.
that I could pretend to be.
You could. It might just kill you.
Yeah, well, fuck.
Okay.
Lose.
That's a 28 on the first.
28, you miss.
Okay.
It's around 32.
Natural 20 on the second.
Which gets you to.
It goes to 40 minus for Denise. Is it -4 for Denise?
Yeah, because you're using unarmed, so it's agile, so yeah, -4 to the normal figure.
So that's 36.
So a 36 makes it a critical hit.
Okay. Woo.
Not a special critical, just a critical.
Yeah, you're not a card carrying critical.
You turned it. You
Does
turned the
12
hit
points
into a
of,
critical.
bludgeoning damage.
How much?
12.
12. Okay, so that's pretty much as much damage as it's taken so far. It's only taken 13 damage before that. Yeah. What you did didn't actually harm it. You just took off its tentacle.
Oh. Well, I was still trying to get tentacles.
Okay, I'll do another normal attack. Yeah. Okay, that's a
minus
29.
29. Okay, 29. Is that with the minus 8 all up?
That is all of the minus 8, yeah.
On a 29, you hit the bare minimum number.
Oh,
Woohoo! Doing a whopping
3 above that. Okay, got
9 points of damage.
Okay. The problem is I won't be there for 2 turns.
Okay, so that's your actions. Okay, so next person up is Horori on the ground, burned. Luckily, someone didn't drop all these stalagmites on you.
Okay. 1 action to get up from prone, right?
Yep.
Airwalk to the next 2 actions.
Yep.
Talk to the next turn. That's all I've got. I've got 3 actions. I can't do much else. And then I'm going to run up to get you there next.
Okay, so Horori does his own power up, and Nashru, you're up. Apparently, Bug got.
Can I say something? Get rid of the tentacles.
Well, it's a bit hard to shoot at the tentacle when she's right, it's right on her.
Yeah, I'm being told by it.
Maybe the other tentacles?
I'm guessing you've got lots of tentacles, is that correct?
4 tentacles. I killed 1, so. Watch. Oh, hang on. If I've killed. No.
Have you got a limited number of tentacles?
It has a limited number of tentacles, but you can't hit it with ranged attacks.
Tickle?
Yeah.
They are severing strikes only.
Yeah.
That means I gotta get up there. Okay. Sorry, I can't get up there.
Okay, well,
You're gonna be chomping
apparently
down,
the party didn't withdraw as I was expecting, so I guess I'll keep shooting.
Though you've lost sight of one of your party members.
You didn't tell us to retreat.
You didn't think he had to.
I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
See, Nashru's still a kid, so Nashru forgot all about that conversation.
So,
Nashru had it all in his head and he thought everyone knew.
Yeah, good old Nashru.
So, yeah, so I'll take a shot. Ooh. No, talk about it, that's only 20s anyway. So, AC 39.
39 is a critical hit.
Okay, so D10 deadly.
I think I regret just staying up there. I probably should have done that, but it's like,
10, 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage.
Yep.
Is that with the critical?
Yeah. Oh, well, sorry. That was, sorry. And that gets doubled, doesn't it? So
the deadly doesn't get doubled.
Oh,
but
deadly
the
doesn't get damage? So, yeah, so
rest of it does.
18 total.
18 total. Okay.
Because I got a 10 on the D10, but I get 2 on the D6. But then I get plus 2 damage. So.
What do I do for next turn? But it all depends on
Okay, so you can actually see it looking as if it's been slightly damaged.
I'm not surprised. Okay. I'm surprised it's that badly damaged, but I'll try another shot. 14 and 15, 29.
That's the perfect number. Magic number.
For 5 points of damage.
Okay, 5 points of damage.
And then I will crouch down and hide behind the edge of the bridge or something. So I basically attempt a hide check. So. It should be 32 on hide.
Okay. It is going to do a bite attack on Bog.
Hope it knows it tastes
So
like shit.
it hits an armor class of 36.
Yep, that's a hit.
What's your armor class again?
24.
So that's a critical hit.
No.
This is going to hurt. This may actually put you down in one blow.
Jesus. It's nice knowing you all. Splat, avenge me.
There's one of the dice I need. Where's the other one? I know I've got more D12s in here.
D12, so.
There we go. Okay, so that's fairly high. So that is 66 points of damage on the first bite.
Ouch.
Ow.
And 14. What am I down to? 54. Yeah, I'm done.
She's unconscious. Or she's dying.
I think I'm fucked.
Oh no. Yeah, one.
And then attacks again. Second attack hits armor class of 26, which is your armor class.
I
You
think
roll
I'm
badly.
24 actually.
Oh,
I was
24.
going to say,
You're 25.
particularly she's unconscious at the moment.
No, she's
Oh,
not
that's probably
unconscious.
worse.
She's still conscious.
Just conscious.
This time when it hits you though, it is doing 27 points and puts you into dying.
Ugh.
Of course, you know whose fault this is, don't you? Who
Yeah.
always was on lookout and failed miserably.
You're at dying one. At least the crit was the previous one, not this one. Otherwise you'd be at dying two if it crit you this time. So if you get hit by a crit,
Yeah.
so if it hits you, if it tries to attack you a third time and hits you,
Yeah.
then it would put you to dying 3.
Does
And at
that mean-
dying 4 you die.
Okay. So I'm dying 1.
You're at
So I'm the
dying
good
1.
kind of dying right now.
Well, until it decides to keep doing your damage.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
might drop you. I don't know yet.
And then it decides to send its others. Now that it's got a bit of food for later, it's going to try to bring in Xenos. What is Xenos's armor class?
It's now 32.
Okay, so it just misses you. Strand goes
Glad
right
I-
past your head.
glad I went into this wind stance then.
If you didn't have the wind stance, then it would have collected you. Okay, so Avery, you're up. It doesn't see you.
Yeah, I'm pretty useless. So,
Play a jaunty tune to inspire them.
Or piss off the creature.
So
Laugh the stupid Ripper.
I am going to try and distract it with some ventriloquism, and like make it sound like I'm really close to it, but hiding up in the with the stalactites.
Okay. Give me a what sort of rolls that one? Oh. We'll see how well you can. I'm looking for persuasion. Make a deception. Make a deception.
Can I make it a performance?
Yeah, I think should be right.
Well, you're trying to convince it of something that is not true,
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
and
A deception?
I'll make that a deception roll.
Okay. That is a 26.
26. Okay. It doesn't appear to have fooled it. Seems that it is quite a worldly thing, and it doesn't seem to pay any attention to it. Bug, you get to make a dying save.
So a D20.
A D20.
I want to use this thing.
With a DC, I think it is of 11. What'd you get?
3.
3. Okay, you're now at dying 2.
My go.
Okay, so it is now Xenos's go. What would Xenos like to do?
Well, I'm going to continue punching at it.
You're going to continue punching
Since
at it?
I've got a ranged attack on it.
Mhm.
Because, Yeah, I used 1 so I can't do a 3-1 anymore. Anyway, it could be a 2, but bug's still in the way.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay, another flurry.
Well,
Any damage to bug is likely to kill her.
well, look at this
Yeah,
way.
that's why I'm not
If you
going
was
to
to do
do
a
key
ranged
blast.
attack when you
You know, I
attack
can't
blast,
do
he
a
would,
ranged key
kill
strike
you
using
outright.
the
Yeah.
wind stance.
Because it would be basically when you're unconscious.
That's a
all
natural
you do
20
is-
to hit it, so that's a 40.
Is that a 40 as the base roll before
Yeah.
the crit?
You got plus 20 on the roll. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that means it is one of the special crit cards.
Yeah, card carrying critical.
It heals bug for 100 points.
I don't think
You
they do
gotta
that.
ask. You gotta ask these questions. Because I'm kind of go up there. trying to
So
see.
this is a bludgeoning attack.
Yeah, bludgeoning.
Okay, so on top of your normal critical, you get to do a crushed trachea as well.
Does that thing have a trachea?
Yes, it's got,
Got a
one.
mouth,
Yeah.
I guess.
It's got a
yeah.
mouth and it does breathe, which basically causes it to start to suffocate. Which means it's not going to try to swallow you
Well, that's a bonus.
Oh, that's a plus side.
until it gets magical healing. So technically, your critical hit has killed the creature, but it'll take a long
Will
time
kill
to
it.
die.
Okay.
It's going to die horribly. Because it's going to
Wow.
take at least, it's got a +6 con, so it's going to take a long time to die.
That's fair. I know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Get up there and say.
Okay, well that was the first one.
I don't suppose it drops.
Well, at least
Second one,
I can't be defiled by eating you. It's a win.
that
Well,
hits
it might
with
use you as a
20.
bludgeoning weapon to beat the person to death
That's true.
who killed it.
Yeah. 26 for the second part of the flurry. I don't think that hit.
So how much damage did you do with that one?
Well, yeah, I have to add them all together. Remember?
Oh, okay, yep.
So did the 26 hit?
The 26 misses.
Okay.
So it is quite amusing. It's like, yes, we knew you're going to kill it eventually. Gonna have to look up the suffocating rule. Okay. So 4, 7, 8.
16 points.
16 points.
Yeah.
Okay, so after you, it is Rory.
Does orc ferocity have anything to do with being dead, or is that only if I get knocked out?
What was that? The
Orc ferocity?
what does that do?
No check.
Fierceness in battle runs in your blood. Refuse to fall from your injuries. You avoid being knocked out and remain at 1 hit point. And your wounded condition increases by 1.
You could have had that take
if
effect.
I'd known what I was doing.
Yes.
Yep. That's good.
So yes, that would have
Yeah.
stopped you being knocked out.
Yeah. Okay.
But you would have been next time it took you to 0, it would have
Dying too.
been
That's
dying
right.
too.
You'd actually be a worse off position now
Okay.
without having done any effect.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you would be. You'd be dead.
So ignorance is bliss in this case.
Yes.
Okay, so technically it has 11 rounds before it dies.
Its tentacles are still working? Or not?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go up there.
Yep. How can you move 60 feet up?
I've got 25.
You can believe he can fly.
Well, I've got airwalk.
Well, he doesn't fly. He steps on the air and keeps going.
Let's confirm my movement.
So something similar to
So I
what
can get there in 2 turns,
You can get there in 2 turns. That leave you 1 turn.
and I'll slash one of the unused tentacles, please.
You want to slash one of the unused tentacles?
Or I can't do a stabilization check right in there, can I?
Not really, because it's. Oh yeah, it gets to attack
Yeah,
you on the way up because it's a move action.
Because you're
moving
walking
up the
as
air.
if you're on solid ground.
Okay, so as it lashes out with a tentacle, that is a 38.
It's enfeebled 3.
It hits you with one of its sticky strand. You are grappled and enfeebled.
But I'm not pulled toward yet.
Not pulled toward it because it doesn't pull you toward it till the next round.
So that's,
But it puts you on enfeebled 3.
yeah, I know.
But also, grappled means you're immobilized.
You're
so therefore you
immobilized in
can't
the
move.
air.
So I'm grappled down. What's what?
Yeah.
I thought I wasn't grappled last time.
You were grappled last time, that's why you couldn't move.
Oh, so, but I can still. Still
You
use
are enfeebled 1 and grappled each time you're here.
Okay, but I can still use my sword, right?
Yeah, so you can cut the tentacle that's holding you.
Yep. Well, I assume that's my first move. I would have done the attack on
Yep.
my first. So I'll attack the tentacle with my
Yep.
next movement. 29
29, that hits
Just
the
hit.
tentacle.
with a 3.
And as long as you do it, what's your strength bonus?
After being enfeebled 3 now.
3, so that's 19.
19 strength
Oh,
bonus.
shoot bonus. Oh, so it's per bonus, isn't it?
I'm just asking what your bonus was.
Plus 3, so that would be
So-
that would miss. Okay, that's a miss. Yep, sorry. Good point. Okay. Another attack on the second time. That's a miss too.
Okay, so that strength penalty really is hurting you because you're
Well, when you
down
throw a
3.
3 and a 2, what can you do? So it's like, oh, bloody hell.
Well, you
Also-
could try swinging your sword in the direction of the tentacle.
But the reason I was asking because
Yeah.
if he did hit, he gets a +10 bonus to
I
attack.
know.
As long as he does 18 damage, he severs it. So the fact that it reduced his hit to just a miss. Because the
Well-
tentacle's an AC 27, actually.
I don't know. I mean, it's like I'm going.
It's still a miss.
Still a miss. Yeah, that's really bad. Of all the numbers I've rolled, when I've got a 20 plus 26 to hit, and I roll a 2 and a 3.
Okay, so that is Nashru's go. Looks like Harori and Bug are in trouble by the random encounter.
Okay. Can I use stealth to try and take up a new position
You can.
and then attempt to snipe at it from a bit of an angle it's not expecting?
Give me a stealth roll against his perception DC.
Yeah, 14, 36.
You successfully stealth from his vision.
Okay, so then I will go for an attack. AC 30.
That is a hit.
And am I? Six.
I haven't even used his most devastating attack yet either. He can hit 4 people at once.
What is this thing?
So it's like it's a little thing, but it's
10, 15, 17 points of damage.
Badass.
badass pretty much.
And it counts as flat-footed.
Yep.
So I will take another shot.
Okay.
It was piercing, of course. 18 and 15 is 33.
That's a hit. But this time you get your sneak attack bonus.
Yeah. Well, I got sneak attack on the last one because I was hidden from it, but part of the sneak attack was I didn't do quite as much damage as I could have to ensure that it was flat-footed until the end of my next turn.
So 2 rounds of getting to shoot at it and hopefully distract it.
That's right.
While it dies.
4, 8, 10, 18, 21 damage.
21 damage. Okay, so... Okay, so just think of your 4th edition term. You have bloodied it,
Right.
which means 50% hit points lost.
Well, it's going to be getting another 10 rounds.
I was going to say, so what you're saying, it'll choke to death before we manage to kill it.
No, you still got more chance of actually doing that.
No,
But the
that's
thing
fine.
is, every time you hit it, I think you actually reduce the rounds.
Yeah. Well, it's also the fact that, I say,
Every time you critically hit it.
yeah, now that I'm sneak attacking it, it's probably going to go down a bit faster.
Sneak attack isn't a critical, but you've actually got to critical it to do that effect.
Yeah, no, that's right. But the point being that sneak attacking means I actually do some decent damage. So,
Okay, so you got 1 action left, Jeremy? Oh,
no,
you-
that was,
so you had all
I had a
your actions.
move and then 2 attacks.
Okay, it's go. So what's he gonna do? Well, it's
Gives
got
me a squeeze.
no. I think it's gonna use you as a weapon.
Oh, sick.
It's gonna throw you at Nashru.
Nice.
So Nashru, a bug comes flying at you.
Only a bug. Oh, I'll just swat it away.
On the windscreen.
Okay, so
Does that mean it's no longer got any defenses?
oh, it will have one in a moment.
That's right, because remember it's got Aurori halfway up.
Yeah, I think we're all about to die.
Okay, so Jeremy, what's your armor class?
AC 29.
Okay, amusingly, it hit you with bug. It was almost going to go flying past you. If you had been 1 point higher, it would have missed.
Does he go fly past me?
I know, he throws
I know, I'm just saying it goes flying. I don't reaction.
You're below.
I know. I'm
Yeah,
just
try-
asking. So I thought I asked the question.
So you're going to swing at it, were you?
I was going to swing at the actual tentacle, not at that bug. But
So
yeah.
can you do a reaction and catch bug?
Oh, it hasn't let go of that bug yet.
No, it threw bug.
It's 3 bug, did it?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
It
So
threw
yeah,
bug.
even if the tentacle wasn't there, it's like
So it's up to you. Do you want to use a reaction to try to catch bug?
So, I suspect that even if I caught bug, she'd still take damage.
If you get a high enough reflex save, I will give you a catch without damage. If you don't, you take damage as well as she takes damage.
well.
Okay, I'll try and catch her. I could actually dodge aside and let her go straight past me.
You can,
Because
yes.
I could use my reaction to actually give myself an extra 2 to AC, but I'll try and catch her instead, because I'm a nice brother.
Thanks, brother.
Oh! Natural 20 on the reflex save.
Okay,
Which actually gives me a reflex of 42.
okay. So dropping your bow and catching Splat, you manage to drop your bow in the perfect spot that it's just sitting there at the right angle that you can pick it up without any problem next round.
Marvellous.
Without even using an action, you get it straight back into your hands after putting the Splat down.
Nice.
There you go.
So as if nothing had happened. And
well,
Splat's now at your feet.
It was more a case of, I thought I'd have to use 2 hands, but I just caught her in 1 hand instead.
Pretty much. And then it starts pulling up our samurai who, what's your fortitude?
22.
22, so it's a DC of 32 and it gets a 38, so pulls you up to its mouth. Doesn't get to attack you though. But you're right next to it
Do I get a
now.
reaction on that or not?
No.
Punch it in its
Well,
throat.
that's-
Its throat's already
I
cut.
thought I'd just ask a question. I'm looking for any angles here at the moment, so.
Okay, let me see. Doesn't have the manipulate action.
No, that's why. It's a good question, that's all. So. I don't think I would, because if I'm grappled as well, I still might be a bit hard for me.
Oh, but you're not immobilized, so.
Yeah.
But it is flat-footed, which is good.
Yes, it is flat-footed.
Does it actually have feet?
Just trying to figure out if there's a way to actually immobilize you.
How many feebles can I get? That's what worries me.
Well, can the grapple be upgraded to restrained? Because that might do it. I don't know.
I guess it has to grapple you again as a athletics versus you to actually do something. So it's going to do the grapple on you. And it rolls badly.
I don't know, Martin, whether grapples can be upgraded to restrained normally, but
Let me have.
restrained is probably what you're looking for in the sense that it becomes flat-footed, immobilized, and can't take any actions with the attack or manipulate traits.
I know. Yeah,
except to escape or fall.
immobilize is the key word. So yes, it did pull you up to its mouth.
Okay.
Okay, so
But immobilized still allows him to actually attack.
it does, and then it is Avery's go. You can see Bug on the ground near you.
Sorry about that. It was I had to drop off because I lost all sound.
That's okay. Just letting you know that Bug's on the ground near you. She's on dying 3,
So you really want to try and stabilize her if you can.
and she acts right after you. So she's going to roll a d20 with a DC 13 on the dice to not die.
That's
Or
going
give
to
her a
be...
potion of healing or something.
Can I do that?
Do you have a potion of healing? Do you have a medical kit?
I'm just having a look at my inventory. No, I don't have a potion of healing.
Do you have a
No.
medical kit?
I've only got a scroll of cure moderate wounds.
Well, you can cast that. If you can read it, you can cast it.
Yeah, okay. I'll read the scroll of cure moderate wounds.
Okay, so that's going to be a heal, which will be upgraded, I think.
Guide the potion.
Because heal moderate wounds doesn't exist
Trying to get
anymore,
to
so we're going to say it's an upgraded version of heal. Just getting to it. Ooh. Okay, so you get to roll 4d8 and add 32 to the roll.
Can you do that for me, Martin?
I can do that for you. I can even do it on the screen. Let's see. Core dice.
Maybe.
Now I'm just going to play myself.
48
That's cool.
plus 32. You're now on 40 hit points.
Nice. Practically a beacon of health.
That's how you start the session, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I'm thinking of myself at the moment.
Yeah.
And you now
Well, we start of the next
on what?
section. We can spend a couple of hours healing up, can't we?
Yeah,
Just
I want
in
my
time for the
spells
next bloke
back.
to arrive.
I'd like to go down to the room with Stinky because I just feel probably a bit safer. That's what I'm
I
thinking.
want my spells and my armadillo.
It was dirty down there.
Yeah, but I don't get roped up by bloody things on the ceiling.
Okay, so I'm going to put that down as your 3 actions. First action, get out the scroll, and then use the 2 action heal on the scroll.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Thanks, Avery.
And then it is Bug's turn. You're on your back. You can see Nashua above you, and unfortunately, you don't see Bug. You don't see the person who saved you anywhere because he's still invisible.
Okay. Cool.
So apparently, you were saved by your brother.
Absolutely.
Thanks, bro. The armadillo will never fuck on you. Can I still see the critter?
You can still see the critter.
Okay.
With Rory.
With Rory.
Rory's okay. Rory's got this covered.
Would I be able to cast Paralyze on it and then move out of the way?
Well, you're not in any danger from it.
Okay.
That's okay. It's only 2,000 pounds.
What do you mean?
So if it falls on Rory.
Oh.
I don't care.
Will Paralyze, will it drop or will it be... I don't know, how is it stuck to the ceiling?
It'd be by its own muscles, I'd say, wouldn't it?
However, a thing sticks to people. I'm sure
It's probably not worth drawing attention to yourself.
Yeah, probably stay prone and just hide behind Nashru. Because Rory's going to slice off some tentacles and get the shit out of there. Because no more tentacles, no more hurt him up.
And while you're down, Nashville will save you some more. It's okay.
Let's check if there's anything helpful.
Let's get black tentacles on black tentacles. That'd be really good now.
I've already used my
I know
tentacles.
you have, so that's why. That'd be good
It
for
really hurts when you've used most of your
I'm
abilities.
fresh out of all my good spells.
I know, we need a rest, really do. So. In a safer spot next time. So.
This was fairly safe as far as you knew until one of the ceiling bits came alive.
Until someone wasn't paying attention when they were on watch.
26, I thought was pretty good perception, thank you. So.
But then they wouldn't use their hands on healing.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the DC to actually see it was a 35.
Yeah, I know. I would have.
And also he chose to fall instead of float.
Well, I couldn't really, I don't have those sort of spells on one action item, so. I'm not into the magical thing like you guys are, so.
It's useful, not get you out of jail.
It's useful, yeah, but especially when you use one action, and you hit another action, you go, oh shit, there's only one action. Oh, yeah. So.
Alright, well yeah, I'll just hang out.
You just hang out?
Being useless.
Okay. Zanus. How are you going to save Rory?
Bloody hell, so it's got another shield.
Don't worry, he's not squishy, he can take it.
I'm okay.
Or just keep punching it.
Keep punching it.
No, I can punch it and do this because my key blasters. I've only got 2 focus left. It took me 1 focus to get into wind stance. So I could do a 2-point key blast.
Yep.
Is that a cone still or not?
Yeah, it's still a cone.
Still gonna
It's a 30 foot instead of a 60 foot.
But you're still going to be hitting Huori.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Is he? Do you have a good fortitude save?
22.
Well, it does.
It does as well, just let you know. It's a pretty meaty creature. That's probably the best word for it. It's good all round.
Good eating.
Supposedly, if you like that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, it likes eating.
Yeah, it's not a problem thing.
And you only go mad once.
Maybe you could turn it into a nice cloak.
Either that, I'll just concentrate on beating the crap out of it. It is flat-footed, so I do get a sort
Is
of...
it flat-footed to everyone, Jeremy, or just...
Yeah, it's got the flat-footed condition to everyone until the end of my turn.
That is good.
Yep.
Okay, so I'll do a flurry attack first.
Not the key blast?
No. Just flurry sounds good.
Well, if Horori critically fails, I knock him an extra 10 feet away. But he takes double the damage. Flurry attack. That's a 30 on the first.
The 30's a hit.
That's a 37 on the second one, which is a
Which makes it a critical hit. Because of the lower AC.
Pardon?
Yeah, because of the lowered AC, it was a critical hit. If it wasn't flat-footed, you wouldn't have got the crit.
Yeah. Okay.
Which makes it handy.
So that means it's suffocating faster.
It does reduce its suffocating.
Okay. Ooh.
It'd be funny to see if it actually died from suffocation or from that.
19. Doing 28 points of damage.
28 points of damage.
Nearly 2 off my maximum. Ooh.
It's holding in there.
I'll do another attack on it. My last attack.
Not the key strike, key blast.
No, I don't want to blow
Martin is
up.
tempting you because
Martin is tempting
Molly's a
you.
friend.
I can look at his face right now and I'll let you know he's tempting you.
Knowing my luck, I end up blowing up the samurai.
Exactly.
And Jeremy's going to say, who cares?
It's a 20, natural 20.
I'm sure he'll shake it off.
Well, you can't be the one to kill him anyway. 'Cause
So,
you're a samurai.
what did you get on
So that drops down to a 34.
So a 34, so that just makes it a normal critical, not a special critical.
That does 14 points of damage. I'm doing better doing this than the bloody key blast.
Yeah, well, God.
And the amusing thing is, every time you crit it, you reduce the number of rounds it can stay around for by 1.
Cool.
So you're doing more devastation with your critical than with your damage.
Because I'm hitting the same spot.
Okay, so any more actions left? That's all of them?
I'll be at minus 12 to hit it. Well, actually, no,
Critical miss.
I'll be rolling, what was it? I'll be rolling +8.
Don't do a critical miss.
No, I'll hit the samurai if I critically
Exactly.
miss.
So you all done then?
I'll do a salute stance.
That's okay, I like that.
Okay, so, Torori,
I'm going to slice his
you
tentacle.
just had part of your life flash before your eyes.
Slice his tentacle off.
Which life?
He said many, so he's got plenty of them to go through.
Exactly.
My dragon life. Okay, 23, because I'm reduced by 3 stamina, plus 16, it's 39
39 is a critical hit
on the tentacle.
on the tentacle. I believe a critical hit on the tentacle slices it off without having to roll damage.
I go,
Well, considering I hit slice it off without damage for him.
then I want to slice at the actual thing. So,
Okay.
so I'm still up there. So -5 on last one. 31.
31 is just a normal hit.
Yep.
But he didn't attack the big thing first.
Hmm?
It would have been a crit on the big thing.
Oh, pretty much. I was doing the big thing. Yeah, so I was saying the big thing.
That's what. No, the previous attack would have been a hit or a crit on the big thing.
Yeah, I know, but if the big thing died, it might fell off the ceiling with me attached to it, and that's what I was worried about.
Yep.
You know what I was getting at. So.
I know. I just that
But
was
you're
funny.
still flying.
Yeah, but I'm still tangled to the thing, and that means it's going to drag me down with it. So
It still weighs over 2,000 pounds, so I don't think his weight will hold it up.
That's right. If he still grappled to it, he's going down with it.
Ah.
and it's
You
plus 10
need to be
firefight.
flexible or something
Plus
like that.
10 on top of your flame damage,
Okay.
Or just cut himself free of the tentacle and then kill it.
which is what he tried to do.
Yeah.
Let's count that. I'll do it. 32, 42. That includes the plus 10 fire damage.
42, including that. Okay.
That should kill it, hopefully.
Still going.
Okay.
Still going.
Yep. It's not a weakling creature.
-10, eh?
Yep. You can do it. Bob the Builder it.
Yeah, why not?
Not like anything will go wrong.
Do I take the technical out, or do I take the thing out?
So there's only got 2
Have
tentacles
you not? Are
left.
you
No,
still
it's got one,
attached
it's
to
only
it?
got one
No,
technical
it's got
left.
2 left. Only one, 2 have been killed. It threw one at Bug.
Oh, that's
You
right.
cut one off,
Okay,
and you just cut another one off.
Okay. Okay. So that's a 27.
27 is a hit because of the flat-footed. Otherwise, it was a miss.
I know, it's a good one. Okay. Okay.
So, Jeremy, apparently you helped Harori do the hit.
Of course I did.
You're just that useful.
Absolutely.
26 plus 3, 29, 39.
39?
Okay.
Okay.
Modesty is Nashru's specialty.
Okay, as you strike it, it falls and plummets to the ground. And you sort of hear it with a big resounding crash. As it does so, you see around you various other stalactites' eyes open.
Oh shit.
But they seem to be yawning as if they're waking up to the sound of something falling. So you think you've got about a round or two before they start to do anything. And you've counted at least 20 other eyes.
Get the fuck out.
You know what I'm doing
But
right around.
half the party are downstairs and the other half are upstairs.
Well, there's only... actually, everyone except for Horori is on top of the tower near the bridge.
And who are always flying.
Yeah.
Okay. So we run across the bridge.
I would suggest crossing the bridge.
Okay, you all cross the bridge together.
Whoa.
And skipping and singing, going, we're off
Well,
to see the
no,
wizard.
no. I would be carefully watching out for the fact that, remember, if you're running past one when you're moving, it can
Yeah.
technically attack you.
Well, it's basically they're still surprised. So it's
Exactly, that's right. But if one of them was a bit quicker off the mark than the other, and he was near the bridge, then be aware.
And there's a locked room that we can lock ourselves in and sleep.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just so you know, you run into a new area, descending about 2,000 feet once you go into the other side. So when you hit the other side, the bridge ends in a narrow shelf of rock high above a cavern floor.
Thank you.
At its rear, a corridor descends steeply into the rock. So you can stay here where the ropers could probably reach you, or you can continue down the stairs.
I think we continue down the
Yeah.
stairs.
Yeah.
And basically, you find yourself descending to 200 feet.
Okay. I think we.
And you find yourself at another waterfall.
Another one.
Are we at the
Yep.
top or at the bottom of it?
You're at the bottom of the waterfall.
Oh, good.
Oh well.
That was fun.
That's what we kind of almost lost somebody, and that was only
So-
one of the 20 of them sitting up
Basically, you're in this. You come down these areas here, and there's this big waterfall here with all these stuff on the other side of it. So I'll show these
And
other
of
guys
course,
online.
you realise, Mark, that if you hadn't have killed it on that round, then Nashville would have had an opportunity to do battlefield medicine on.
So guys,
Pathfinder.
that's basically where you come out. There's a
Yep.
big waterfall there. There's a big door there. There's a big pool there.
Well, we probably, after going down 200 feet or so in the stairs, we probably won't aim to rush out on the bottom of the stairs.
That's what I was expecting. So I was thinking, considering it is now 10:30, that would be a good point for you guys to finish up for the night.
Sounds like a plan.
And we'll come back next week to the horror of a continued encounter.
Wonderful.
On the plus side, I didn't get damaged this combat.
You did quite well.
Yeah, sure.
And look at it this way, everyone else is still alive, so you're doing extremely well.
Oh,
Yeah, especially since the last time I ran into these things, they killed a party member and threw us down the river.
Well, it came close to killing one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was...
Well, look at it this way, it had the choice of eating any or throwing any, and I thought, well, I'll kill two birds with the one stone.
I can't eat any now.
Couldn't swallow
was it
anyway
couldn't
at that
be-
stage.
Well, the thing that worried me was that two other tentacles. If I stayed up there longer, bam.
It had 8 rounds left on its suffocate roll.
Yeah.
And how many you so?
Well, the other thing is it couldn't eat because it was suffocating.
Yeah.
Because you know what I was planning on doing, Mark, was if you hadn't have killed it, I would have used my first action to go battlefield medicine on bugs so she get a bit more healing back, and then I would have killed it with my next two. While it was still flat-footed and getting sneak attack.
That's very cool.
That tricky, crit would be cool on someone that needed their voice too.
Oh yeah, it basically meant you couldn't talk. So the only way to stop the death was magical healing.
Well, or particularly if you had the healing capability on himself. But yes, a monster like that doesn't really first aid himself very well.
Oh no, first aid didn't do it. It had to be a magical healing. It actually stayed a
Oh,
magical
a
healing.
magical healing effect.
So battle heal wouldn't work either.
Yeah.
Well, that was a nasty crit that I did.
So if I show it to you, it says target is suffocating until subject to magical healing. It can't speak while it's suffocating.
Yeah, it'd be so good on someone like a witch or something.
Any spellcaster completely screws them up.
Or drink a potion would also work.
Yep, drinking a potion would help because it's
It
magical
helps the
healing.
food to throw it on the way down. You bit of a honey menthol potion.
Well, technically it's in your throat, so I give that as magical healing.
Count it.
If it was
You don't need to digest it.
it was equivalent of take this magic pill and tomorrow you'll feel better.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, guys. I will catch you all tomorrow night or next week or the week after. Be well, be safe until then.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you later, guys.
Thanks for playing. You also heading off too, Ross?
Yeah, I'm gonna do some cooking.
Okay, you rest up, and
Yep.
we'll see how we can come back with a better character for you once you leave here as well.
Yep, that's okay.
Okay, I'll catch you later.
Alright, okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that's everyone done, and I'll put this onto end thingy.